to do offensively. We've got to get better to where we can sustain drives. But we hit the big long ball a couple times, and Chase Childs had a great night. Can't say enough about that kid. He's grown up a lot. We got to clean up a little bit, especially special teams. We got to find a place kicker. But those things that come along, we're getting better in those stages. You take our first game. Looking back at Hanley, and special teams cost us, but we've gotten better each week. So, that's a testament to our kids working hard.
Coach, just a word about the region race. How do you like your chances now? Where do you see yourselves? What lies ahead?
Well, after we lost the first one, that's a tough one to swallow. We just got to take care of ourselves each week. We got to get better each week. We got to, hopefully run the table in this region and see where we fall into this thing. That's all we can do now. If we get better, continue to get better, it'll take care of itself.
All right, Coach, thanks a lot for joining us. And, again, congratulations on the victory tonight. Very impressive by your team.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, guys.
All right, that's Valley head coach Adam Hunter joining us here. His team, as we mentioned, Coach, they really got off to a great start. Sylacauga fumbled on the first snap of the game. Valley took advantage, and then it was just a dominating performance in this game.
Yeah, the first half they just came out and really took Sylacauga to the woodshed. You can see that they did it all: turnovers, offense, defense. We're gonna see a beautiful deep throw here for a score. Dooley was so impressive. Childs, some speed at receiver. They showed some weapons, and I think they're going to be a factor in all this.
Sylacauga got a good game from this young man, Jeffries. He was their most productive quarterback. There was no doubt about that. This was their best drive of the first half. Of course, it resulted in a turnover, one of 4 turnovers in the first half for Sylacauga, and you can't say enough about number 1, Dooley. He had 2 rushing touchdowns. This was one of them. He had 2 passing touchdowns. Also had an interception on defense.
Yeah, really showed everything. Showed a strong arm, good speed. As you said, made a play defensively. There's the pick right there by Ian Krim Davis that kind of opened the floodgates. And this is really a nice catch. Great concentration right there. I think that was by Swain. But this is the last play of the half, and Dooley's right there again, this time on defense. Impressive. Another impressive throw.
And this young man had a good game for Sylacauga matching.
Yeah, we don't have the final stats. I don't know how many yards he had, but I guarantee he was close or over 100 yards. And here is that man again, Chase Childs, with the last score of the night.
Putting an exclamation mark on a big night for Valley tonight at Legion Field in Sylacauga.
Well, that'll do it for this week's episode of AHSAA TV Weekly. Be sure to send your highlights to David Holsford, and don't miss this week's Game of the Week, Auburn at Lee Montgomery. We'll see you back right here next week with even more exciting Alabama sports action.
Welcome to the Hill in beautiful Anniston, Alabama. We are here live with the Walter Wellborn Panthers and the Dadeville Tigers. I'll be your play-by-play analyst tonight. My name is Dawson Strickland. I'm here with my co-partner,
Tyler Franklin, and I'll be your color analysis for tonight's game.
What a game we have underway here tonight is 3A Region 4 matchup with the Walter Wellborn Panthers sitting at 2-1 and the Dadeville Tigers sitting at 3-0. Beautiful night for football, Tyler. The Dadeville Tigers have looked good all year, but the Walter Wellborn Panthers are ready to get this game underway, and they're looking to play upset tonight.
That they are. Dadeville comes into this game 3-0 or 3-0 undefeated. The Panthers are 2-1 with 1 loss to Anniston so far. I'm expecting a good, fought, hard game in the trenches.
You are 100% correct there, Tyler. And this Dadeville team and this Wellborn team have never faced off before in their team's history, and it looks to be a good game. Head coach Roger McDonald for the Dadeville Tigers is looking to bring these guys to 4-0. And head coach Jeff Smith for the Walter Wellborn Panthers look to get these guys 3-1 here tonight. And we are just seconds away from kickoff between the Walter Wellborn Panthers and the Dadeville Tigers, and we are underway here at the Hill in Anniston, Alabama. This kickoff is going to go back into the end zone for Wellborn.
Wellborn has looked good all season long, as well as Dadeville. Both teams are really good running the football. They've done a great job all season long at running the ball. I'm expecting a tough battle between the offensive defensive line from both sides tonight.
Starting quarterback for your Walter Wellborn Panthers will be number 14, Grayson Johnson, the senior. Here we go, Grayson Johnson, and looks to be a stoppage on the field. Not sure what the stoppage is for, and it's going to be a offsides on Dadeville. So early penalty for Dadeville here to start this ball game off tonight.
Definitely how you don't want to start the ball game for Dadeville. You know, penalties are very costly. Go ahead, get them out the way early, and hopefully tighten things up.
Like I said, Grayson Johnson will be your quarterback, number 14, with Xavier Parker, number 7, in the backfield with him. This Wellborn offense runs the wing tee to a perfection, and we're going to see it a lot here tonight. So it looks to be O'Marion Curry and Xavier Parker in the backfield with Grayson Johnson. Grayson Johnson going to keep it to himself around the far side, and it's going to be a gain of about 2 yards.
And this right here is going to be the tough task for tonight. This Dadeville front seven's a real tough line to go up against for this Wellborn offensive line. I'm interested to see how well they can execute in the trenches and get things going.
Grayson Johnson has played on this Wellborn football team for a long time. I've seen him when he was a young boy playing on this football team, and he has looked good ever since. So Grayson Johnson going to hand it off to a number 42, Ahmed Noyle. And Ahmed Noyle spot in the backfield. The ball is on the ground, and Dadeville's picked it up, and he's going all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Dadeville. That touchdown is presented by Sonny King Ford. And what a hit on Ahmed Noyle right here. Let's watch this again. Ahmed Noyle hit hard, and that ball just popped out. And Dadeville's going to get on the board early with a turnover.
That right there is an excellent heads-up play by Dadeville, too. You can't execute that any better.
Unless they ruled him down. And it looks like they did rule him down. So Wellborn will keep possession. It's 3rd down and 4. Grayson Johnson going to be in the shotgun. Looks to be number 6, O'Marion Curry in the backfield. Johnson's going to throw it. He throws a bullet across the middle for a big catch there for Walter Wellborn. And that's going to be enough for a Miller Funeral Home first down.
That's a big conversion right there, too. Excellent way to roll out the pocket, find your tight end sitting there in the gap of the zone. Great play.
That catch was made by number 10, Brennan Talley, as Walter Wellborn will get a first down. Brennan Talley will check off the field. And it's rare to see this Walter Wellborn team passing the football. It's a very big run-heavy offense. That was a great pass there by Grayson Johnson. Grayson Johnson going to line up under center. He's going to hand it off, and number 6, O'Marion Curry, is met right at the line.
Excellent stand by Dadeville. They're going to be tough all night. Going back to what you said, Wellborn, run-heavy offense. But they've got kind of the 1-2 punch because they can rely on the passing game to help in those crucial moments to get the chains moving.
The tackle was made by number 21, Carter Williams, for Dadeville. And we're going to see what Coach Jeff Smith lines up here on 2nd down and 10. Grayson Johnson going to be under center with Curry and Parker in the backfield. It's going to be a pitch out to number 7, Xavier Parker, who's going to bounce it to the outside. A big run over by Xavier Parker for a Miller Funeral Home first down.
And that right there was an excellent pitch right there by Johnson. Great blocking by the offensive line to be able to get him to the outside edge right there and pick up the first down. Definitely a way you want to start the ball game.
And the tackle was made by Philtavius Dowdle for Dadeville. And this wing T offense is very tough to stop. You never know who's getting the football. You never know what's going to happen. This Dadeville team's got to be very disciplined on these plays. Grayson Johnson, he's going to hand it off to Xavier Parker again. And Parker's going to be met with maybe a gain of 1.
Excellent run, but excellent stand by Dadeville. This defense right here has just been stout all year long.
They've been stout indeed. And this Wellborn offense has put up big points this year so far, as they've put up 45 against Ohatchee, 62 against Beulah. They wasn't so lucky against Anniston, but Anniston is one of the best teams around right now. So we're going to see how this offense looks. Grayson Johnson, he's going to hand it off. Looks to be number 6, O'Marion Curry, and O'Marion Curry has taken the team with him. What a run by O'Marion Curry.
Excellent run. Going back to what you said about this offense, Despite the loss to Anniston, this Panthers offense is averaging 41 points per game so far. That just goes to show you just how reliable this run-heavy offense has been so far.
Head coach Jeff Smith in his 14th year at Walter Wellborn, and this offense has worked good really ever since. And they've looked very well. 3rd down and 2 for Walter Wellborn. On the ball is on the 40-yard line. This is a big 3rd down here for Walter Wellborn and Dadeville, as Dadeville is looking to try to get a stop here. Johnson going to be under center. He's going to hand it off to Parker, and Parker's going to bounce through the gap, and that's going to be enough for a Miller Funeral Home 1st down.
Excellent run right there. This offense doing a great job of establishing great blocking to start this game, winning the battle in the trenches. Great way of moving the chains thus far.
And this Walter Wellborn offensive line is stated by a junior, senior, junior. So a very veteran offensive line, you should say. They've been playing for this team for a long time. Grayson Johnson going to be on shotgun. Grayson Johnson is going to stop, and that'll be a false start on Wellborn.
Yet costly penalties. Definitely don't want to get too far into the game with penalties. Get them out early, get settled in, and start doing things by the books.
Going to be 1st down and 15 now for Walter Wellborn, as they've been moving the ball very effectively so far on this drive. We've seen a big pass from Grayson Johnson, and we've also seen some big runs by Xavier Parker and O'Marion Curry. So here we go. Grayson Johnson going to line up under center. Johnson, he's going to hand it off to Parker, and there's going to be a stop on the field. We're going to see what this penalty is for. And looks like there was just a stoppage on the field. So with a stoppage on the field, clock is rolling, 7 minutes and 24 seconds to go here in the 1st quarter of action.
This Wellborn team doing an excellent job so far. Just playing conservative, taking off as much time. Don't need to be in too big of a hurry thus far.
You are correct. Grayson Johnson with O'Marion Curry in the backfield. Johnson going to roll out. He's going to throw it across the middle, and it's going to be air-mailed over the top of number 10, Brennan Talley.
That was a great play design overall. Johnson just put a little too much air underneath it, overthrew his receiver. You know, tough break. Receiver was there, was open. 2nd down and 15. Let's see if they can rely on that run game to pick up some extra yardage for them.
And, you know, it's got to be very difficult for a run-heavy football team for the quarterback to just be on the point all game. And we're going to see if Grayson Johnson can get back under his feet here, as Johnson's going to keep it. He's going to hand it off to Ahmed Noyle, who's going to go right up the middle, and maybe a gain of 2 yards.
And this Dadeville defense coming alive like they have all season long. This defense only allowing an average of 12 points per game so far. They're a real stout defense, and it all starts with that front defensive line right there. And they showed right there just why their defense is so good.
This defense has looked very well for Dadeville all year. Like the tackle for Dadeville is made by number 21, Carter Williams. As Grayson Johnson is going to line up in the shotgun. Number 6, O'Marion Curry in the backfield. Johnson's looking to throw, and that ball is batted down at the line. What a play by number 21, Carter Williams again.
Excellent play indeed. This man right here is the heart and the soul of his team. He's the leader of the defense. And it's plays like that that really helps set this Dadeville team apart from everybody else.
That big play by Williams will set up 4th down and 14. And if I'm Wellborn, I'm expecting this is a punt. The ball's on the 41-yard line. Grayson Johnson will be your punter. So here we go. Johnson going to catch the punt. Clean kick. It's up and away. And it's going to take a big Wellborn bounce. And Dadeville's going to have it. He's going down the sidelines. What a run, a return so far. There's a penalty down on the field. And what a return there by number 7, Philtavius Dowdle. And there was a penalty on the play. I'm expecting this one's going to be brought back.
That was an excellent run, too. The gaps opened up just right for him to be able to take that for a nice return. It's definitely going to be a heartbreaker if this one has to come back. But I agree with you. Sadly, I think this one is coming back.
Normally, if there's a penalty on a punt or a kickoff, it's more than likely coming back just for the sole fact of that's how it works. It's normally going to be a block in the back, a holding, and just something along the lines of that of the return team. And that ball will be getting brought back. So this is going to be our first look at this Dadeville offense. And we're going to see this high-powered offense as they've looked very good all year. They're 3-0. Big wins over BB Comer, Weaver, and Sachs. So number 5 looks to be to Javian Burns in the backfield. Number 2, Jordan Rambo pitched it back to Burns, and he's going down the sidelines. What a run here. And that will be Daquan Doss who takes the handoff for a big gain in a Miller Funeral Home first down.
Big run there, too, by Doss. This Dadeville offensive line is real good at picking up the blocks they need to pick up. Real good, heavy run offense as well. Both these teams, it's going to come down to who can win the battle in the trenches and who can run the ball better down the field.
Jordan Rambo is a very good quarterback for this Dadeville team. They're 3-0 for a reason. And with the running backs like Daquan Dawson, Javian Burns, set up for a good success. Dadeville going to do another pitch to the outside. He's going down the middle of the field, and what a run for number 14, Ivory Rigsby III, as Dadeville will get another Miller Funeral Home first down.
And there again, they're attacking the outside edge yet again, doing a real good job of picking up the yards. Wellborn's just going to have to do a real good job of being able to contain those outside edges and keep them towards the middle of the field.
What a play there set up by the Dadeville Tigers. And it looks to be a heat timeout here for Dadeville. So we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we will have more action between the Walter Wellborn Panthers and the Dadeville Tigers. These are your WEAC Game of the Week presented by Sonny King Ford.
You know, Tony, it's almost that time of year again.
Well, we already know the outcome. Roll Tide.
No, not that game. I'm talking about scoring the #1 truck in America for the last 45 years, the Ford F-150. Right now, you can order a new 2023 Ford F-150 at Sonny King Ford with absolutely no deposit. Choose the features you need and the extras you want.
Only at Sonny King Ford.
That's right, Sonny King Ford, on the sunny side of the street, Anniston, Oxford.
Now that's a catch.
Hey guys, my name is Thomas Shelton, aka the Alpha Man. I'm the proud presenting sponsor of High School Primetime with Buckethead and the King. When you think high school football, think High School Primetime. And when you think of insurance, think of me, Thomas Shelton at Alpha Insurance. I'm a proud sponsor of many of our local teams. I give out over $7,500 a year to our local teams in our community. As part of Alpha, we've been in the community giving back for over 100 years, and I'd love to be your agent next time you think of insurance. Thanks so much.
Welcome back into the Hill. We got a 3A Region 4 matchup here tonight. The Walter Wellborn Panthers and the Dadeville Tigers tied 0-0 with 5 minutes and 21 seconds to go in the first quarter. Rambo, he's going to look to pass. He's going to throw a bullet across the middle of the field, and what a catch there by number 7, Philtavius Dowdle, who's still going down the field. He cuts it back across the field. Philtavius Dowdle is going to be brought down. Look to be number 6, Marion Curry on the tackle for a Miller Funeral Home first down.
That right there was an excellent play. Rambo did a good job of putting that ball where it needed to be placed. There again, Dadeville attacking the outside edges of that field, really making Wellborn have to rely on their corners to stop the offense from moving, and they're doing just a great job thus far of moving the ball down the field.
And Philtavius Dowdle is one of the star players for this Dadeville offense, and you get this guy in space, he's going to put on the burners, and he is going to be looking for 6. As you saw right there, he was very close to taking that one back to the house. So the handoff's going to go to Daquan Doss, who will carry it for about 5 yards as the Dadeville offense is rolling right now.
Rolling indeed. This offense is averaging 30 points a game thus far through these first 3 games. They're a real stout offense, hard to stop. Let's see if this Wellborn defense can get something together and kind of make this Dadeville offense stall out.
They are going to have to figure out something because this Dadeville offense is firing on all cylinders right now. And here we go. Jordan Rambo going to line up underneath center. Doss in the backfield. It's going to be a pitch to Doss as Dawson's going to carry this, and that's going to be another Miller Funeral Home first down for Dadeville.
Dadeville just doing an excellent job of just pounding the football. They're doing an excellent job at blocking. This offense is just moving like a well-oiled machine. They're going to be tough to stop.
Tough to stop indeed, and especially if Jordan Rambo keeps throwing the ball mixed in with this run, because you've seen his one pass was a strike to Philtavius Dowdle, and that was the only pass play we've seen, and it went for about 30 yards. So Rambo going to be under center. It's going to be another pitch. Looks to be number 23, Brandeis Eason, with a big run, and that's going to be another Miller Funeral Home first down for Dadeville.
First down after first down after first down. They are doing an excellent job, once again, attacking the outside edges. And this Wellborn defense isn't a bad defense. They're only allowing on average 22 points a game, you know, and you think that might be a lot. But overall, it's not. They're a good unit. Dadeville's just taking advantage of it and moving the ball like they need to.
They're finding the holes when they need to, I should say. Rambo's got Doss behind him in the I formation. It's going to be a handoff to Doss. Doss is going to bounce this to the outside. He's going to be brought down. Looks to be number 6, O'Marion Curry, on the tackle.
Excellent tackle indeed. The running back just did a real good job of making one man miss there, bouncing off a tackle. Just did a great job of being able to bring him down and not let him burst open for any extra yardage.
That is the truth there. Jordan Rambo going to give the play in right here to his offense. And we're going to see what this Dadeville team lines up. 3rd down and 4, ball on the 15-yard line. It's going to be the I formation again. Looks to be Doss and Eason in the backfield. And it's going to be a rollout for Jordan Rambo. Rambo's looking. He sees nothing. He breaks a tackle, and he's going to bounce it to the outside, and I believe that's going to be enough for a Miller Funeral Home first down. It is.
And that right there, excellent way to keep the play alive by Rambo there. Kept rolling to his right side. Didn't have anything he liked. Managed to make a guy miss and just keep fighting for extra yards, get the first down. Exactly what you want. New set of chains right here on the goal line.
First down for Dadeville. Rambo going to be under center again. Very effective drive so far. It's going to be a pitch out to Eason. Eason's going to be brought down in the backfield. What a play there. Looked to be number 11 for Walter Wellborn. What a play. Number 11, Screws on the tackle.
That's an excellent stand by Wellborn right there. Great tackle, great way of just closing up all the holes and not letting Dadeville have anywhere to go with that football. Definitely top-notch defense right here backed up on your own goal line.
What a play there by Noah Screws to stop him in the backfield. 2nd down and 9. Ball is on the 9-yard line. Rambo going to give it to Eason again. Eason's going up the gut, and he's going to get a very good gain to set up 3rd down and very manageable to get in the end zone for Dadeville.
This Dadeville team been moving the ball down the field this whole drive. Wellborn's doing a good job right now of just stopping Dadeville in their tracks, making a stand right here. Let's see if Wellborn can put together one more solid play on defense right here to hold Dadeville to possibly a field goal.
Big 3rd down here with 55 seconds to go in the first quarter. Rambo, 3rd down and 5. Rambo, he's going to fake the handoff to Doss. That ball is bounced to the outside, and he's going to bounce it all the way to the outside. Touchdown, Tigers. Dadeville, number 7, Philtavius Dowdle with a Sonny King Ford touchdown. There's a flag on the play. We'll see what the flag is for.
If this play stands, that was an excellent play to bounce it around to the outside yet again, attacking that outside edge of the field and punching it in for 6 if this stands.
By the reaction of the Dadeville Tigers, this play will be coming back. And if I had to take a guess, this is going to be a hold.
I believe you're right there, Dawson. Just a tough break.
And it indeed is a holding on Dadeville. So that's going to back them up. So it's going to be 3rd down and 15 from the 15-yard line. And if you're Coach Roger McDonald, you're going to have to tie up type of play here to figure out something to do with this play, and that looked to be a holding on number 5 to Javion Burns.
Just a tough break for the offense. Real tough break for Wellborn. You know, they live to fight another down.
Here we go. Rambo, he's going to fake it. Fake to Dowdle. He's going to look in the end zone. He's wide open. Touchdown, Tigers. Antoine Woody was wide open in the end zone. What a play.
And that was a great route by Woody, great throw by Rambo. I think Wellborn was sold 100% on the run. Let Woody get behind the defense. He was just wide open for the touchdown.
Wide open indeed. And just a miscommunication there for Walter Wellborn as C.J. Hubbard Jr. was on the coverage, and I believe that just the whole defense sold out on the run. PAT is up, and it is good. So it is 7-0 Dadeville with 32 seconds to go here in the first quarter. And I will say, Tyler, this Dadeville offense is not to be taken lightly.
That they are not. They have played well all season long, picking up where they've left off in this game right here on the very first drive, chewing the clock, running the ball. Even some good passes in there. This offense is just hitting on all cylinders, and they have been from the start of the season.
You are 100% correct. And if you're on the other sideline, this Walter Wellborn defense is just going to have to take a breather, let your offense do some work, and go to the drawing board on this next defensive possession, because if you have any more like that, this game's going to get out of hand.
Indeed.
So Dadeville going to line up for the kickoff. Looks to be number 6. Wardellis Cox Jr. will be kicking the ball off for Dadeville. So we're going to see if this Walter Wellborn special teams can get their offense in good striking distance here on the kickoff, as Cox will kick this one away for the Dadeville Tigers. And the kick is away, and it's a line drive kick. What a kick by Cox. And it looks like that ball is going to bounce into the end zone for a touchback, or it went out of bounds. Looks to be a touchback, if I'm not mistaken.
Hopefully Wellborn can get something going here. They started off moving the football a good little bit, managed to stall out. You know, and both teams taking their time here on offense, which is a plus for both teams' defense. You know, they get a good breather on the sidelines, so that way they ain't got to worry about being exhausted or anything, you know, but you're going to have to start being able to make something happen, or you'll run out of time in this ball game.
Grayson Johnson of Marion Curry and Xavier Parker is in the backfield. And it's going to be a direct handoff to number 7, Xavier Parker, and he stumbles, and he is going to be met immediately. Looked to be number 15, Jace Kirkland, on the tackle.
This Dadeville defense is playing hot as well. They're just sniffing out that run game. Great way to just break through the offensive line, make the tackle. Excellent defense.
Great defense indeed. Grayson Johnson, he's going to pitch it out to Xavier Parker, and Parker is going to be met again. Number 3, Daquan Doss on the tackle.
And this Dadeville defense is making a stand right now. They are showing why they are 3-0.
And that'll be the end of your first quarter. Score right now, Dadeville 7, Wellborn 0. You're listening to your WEAC TV 24 Game of the Week, presented by Sunny King Ford. We'll be right back after this quick break.
East Alabama's firearm headquarters is located right here in Gadsden, Alabama. For hunting, hobby, or personal protection, stop by B&B Pawn to browse their enormous selection of shotguns, rifles, and pistols in all of the major brands and models. B&B Pawn also showcases some of the finest jewelry in town to fit that special occasion. And while you're there, don't forget to check out their large inventory on instruments, electronics, and sports memorabilia. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, B&B Pawn has something for everyone.
Right Way Auto is offering cash on the spot for cars, trucks, and SUVs. Our inventory is low, and to turn that around, we are buying pre-owned vehicles in good shape. Visit our 2 locations today on the Motor Mile in Anniston or Highway 21 in Mumford. We will buy your car even if you don't buy ours. Right Way Auto is offering cash on the spot for cars, trucks, and SUVs. Cash on the spot today for your vehicle at Right Way Auto Sales in Anniston and Munford.
Welcome back into your WEAC TV 24 Game of the Week presented by Sonny King Ford. 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. Very quick first quarter. A lot of running here as the Walter Wellborn Panthers and the Dadeville Tigers are matching up on the hill tonight. Dadeville, 7-0 lead. Took the lead at the very end of the first quarter. And this Wellborn offense is trying to make a statement here. 3rd down 11. Grayson Johnson going to roll out. He's looking for a pass, and he's got a man open, and he drops it. Number 7. Xavier Parker, it hit him right in the chest.
Just a tough break for Wellborn. Johnson put it where it needed to be placed. Parker just couldn't come down with it. You know, that's just one of those plays you've just got to come down with.
Let's watch this again. Look at this throw by Grayson Johnson. Perfect throw. Xavier Parker just couldn't hang on. Tough break there for Parker as Walter Wellborn will set up. And it's 4th down 11. I'm expecting a punt. So Grayson Johnson will be your punter. Going to look to pin Dadeville back deep. Punt is away. It's a pretty good punt as it looks to be number 7, Philtavius Dowdle is back. Dowdle is going to take this around to the outside. He's going to have some space going down the sidelines. Good return by Dowdle, and there's a flag down on the play. And like I said earlier, Tyler, more than likely this one's coming back.
More than likely, indeed, probably a block in the back. Definitely a tough break to go 3 and out by Wellborn. You know, you definitely don't want to give this ball back to Dadeville with them being so hot right now. But let's see if Dadeville can keep it going. You know, their offense has moved pretty well so far through this game. Let's see if they can keep it going this drive.
They have moved very well. The first drive, it just felt like every play was a 10-yard play, at the least a 10-yard play. And this Walter Wellborn defense is going to have to batten down the hatches right here. They're going to have to figure out a way to stop this running attack by Dadeville. But you can't sell out on the run because we already seen that Jordan Rambo can light you up passing the football.
That he can. And I think Dadeville has done a great job thus far on their first drive out of just attacking the sidelines, you know, and really forcing this Wellborn defense to kind of spread out more on the field. And I think if you can contain that and stop those plays that go towards the sidelines, I think they can have a better job at kind of slowing this Dadeville offense down.
You are 100% correct there, and it looks to be a timeout on the field. And that first drive for Walter Wellborn was really, we saw the offense move the ball very well. Xavier Parker with 2 or 3 big carries. We've seen O'Marion Curry with a few big carries. We even seen Grayson Johnson throw the football. And just to stall out, they give the ball back. They give the ball to Dadeville. Dadeville drives right down the field, scores a touchdown. And Wellborn had a chance right there to get that first down and keep the offense on the field. Tough break, dropped pass. Now their defense is back on the field after a very quick offensive possession for Wellborn. So we're going to see if this defense can hold here because they've got to be tired after that long first drive. So let's see what head coach Jeff Smith has got up his sleeve as the Walter Wellborn defense is going to be looking to make a stop here. Jordan Rambo going to be bringing the play in for Dadeville. And it looks to be Daquan Doss in the backfield along with Tajavion Burns. So here we go. Jordan Rambo, he's going to fake the handoff. He's looking down the field. He's going to throw it deep. He's got a man open, and it's overthrown. He beat the coverage. Philtavius Dowdle beat the coverage, and the ball was just overthrown.
And I like the play there by Dadeville of just first play attacking the deep ball. Real excellent throw by Rambo. Ball was just a tad bit overthrown. He was only a step or two behind that ball. Tough break, but I do like the call to air one out right there.
And Jabari Williams was in coverage for Walter Wellborn, and he had fairly good coverage the whole route. It's just right there at the very end you seen Dowdle break away for just a split second to get enough of a gap that he could have caught that ball if it had been on the money. So Rambo going to be under center. He's going to pitch it out to Daquan Doss. Doss going to try to maneuver across the field again, and he's going to be stopped after a short gain.
This Wellborn defense standing up right here, making it a third down, you know. touching back on what you said, they've got to be tired right here. If they can get a stand and give the ball back to their offense, you know, they've got a good chance at getting something going.
Very good chance of getting something going. 3rd down and 7. Big 3rd down. Said that a lot here in the first 2 quarters, but this is a big 3rd down for Walter Wellborn. Jordan Rambo going to line up under center. Rambo, he's going to look to pass. He's going to throw a slant ball across the middle, and it is behind Antoine Woody, and that is going to be a 4th down play that Wellborn needed very badly.
Wellborn needed that one indeed. Did a real good job on defense there, just making a stand. You know, if you're Rambo on that slant route, you want to kind of place that in front of the receiver. But overall, Wellborn's going to give the ball back to their offense here.
Going to be a punt here for Dadeville. And it looks to be number 8, Cameron Hurd, will be punting this ball away. And it's going to take a Walter Wellborn bounce as Dadeville will pounce on it. Daquan Doss jumps on it. And that's where Grayson Johnson will set up shop.
Wellborn did a good job there on defense. You know, getting their defense off the field, putting their offense back on the field. If Wellborn can get their offense moving and start to tire out this Dadeville defense, I think they'll be able to start moving down the field a lot more, because this Dadeville defense right now has been on the sidelines for a long time, and they are good and energized.
Grayson Johnson, Xavier Parker, and O'Marion Curry in the backfield. It's going to be a keeper for Johnson. He's going to bounce it to the outside. What a good run and a big hit there as Grayson Johnson shows off some speed to gain about 5 yards.
Excellent run indeed. Great blocking by the offensive line. Just great running with determination right there. If Wellborn can keep moving the ball like this right here, they'll be set on this offensive drive.
Not many quarterbacks are going to lower their shoulder there, but Grayson Johnson took a hit, and he was able to gain 6 yards on the play. Grayson Johnson, he's going to hand it off to Curry. Curry goes up the middle, and that's going to be enough for a Miller Funeral Home 1st down for Walter Wellborn.
That's a great play right there, too, getting this offense moving, getting the ball moving downfield. Love the read option play right there. Stick it into your first running back. Defense didn't see it. Easy pickup of a 1st down.
And this Walter Wellborn offense has always been very special under head coach Jeff Smith. And they're looking to get on the board to tie this ball game up here in the 2nd quarter. So it's going to be the same backfield, Grayson Johnson, O'Marion Curry, and it's going to be a handoff to number 7, Xavier Parker, who is going to fight for a tough about 4 yards.
And Parker did a real good job there of even picking up those 4 yards, because it looked like he started to stumble in the backfield but managed to get his feet back up underneath him, you know, and pick up the 4 yards. 4 yards, the first 3 downs is a 1st down every time.
You are 100% correct there, Tyler, as it's going to be 2nd down and 7 on the 45-yard line. Grayson Johnson going to line up with number 7, Xavier Parker, in the backfield with him. Johnson, he's going to look to throw it. He's looking down the field. He's going to air it out deep, and there is nobody back there, and it's going to be intercepted, as it is intercepted by Dadeville, and he's taking this down the sidelines. He is still going. What a interception play by Antoine Woody, and Dadeville has got the football back, and they are within striking distance of another 7 points.
Great awareness by Woody right there on the defense. Just don't know where Johnson was going with that ball. I think him and the receiver was just not on the same page right there. Woody with the heads-up play of picking it off, taking it down the sidelines to give this Dadeville offense good field position to start.
Hey, I believe he was looking for number 10, Brennan Talley, and Talley wasn't back there. He was still running the route, and Woody, playing a very good safety position, intercepts that pass. So here we go. Jordan Rambo going to hand it off to Daquan Doss. Doss bounces it outside. It's going to be a very good tackle by Marion Jenkins for Walter Wellborn.
Real good tackle indeed. This running back group for Dadeville, all of them have a real good way of just bouncing off of the defenders, you know, and making people miss. Great tackle right there to just be able to corral him down and not let him go anywhere.
Very good tackle there by Jenkins in the backfield. So 2nd down and 9 after the interception by Grayson Johnson. Jordan Rambo going to be under center. And it's going to be another handoff for Doss. Doss bounces this to the outside. A very good run there by Daquan Doss. And that's going to set up a 3rd down and about 4 yards to go for Dadeville.
Dadeville doing a real good job of making the blocks they need to, moving the ball down the field. Let's see if Wellborn's defense can just make a stand right here on 3rd and 4 and push this Dadeville offense to kick a field goal.
Jordan Rambo going to be under center again. Going to be in the I formation. Rambo, he's looking. Going to be another handoff for Doss. Doss bounces to the outside. He's got some space. He's got some speed. He's still on his feet. And what a run there by Daquan Doss for a Miller Funeral Home. 1st down.
They're again attacking the outside of the field. Just a great job of setting your blocks right there. Getting him to the outside. Great way to pick up the 1st down. Wellborn's going to have to figure out some way to contain these sideline plays in order to stop Dadeville's offense.
Tackle on the play was made by number 56, Logan Nelson for Walter Wellborn, as Jordan Rambo going to stick to the bread and butter, lining up under center in the I formation. It's going to be a pitch. He bounces it to the outside, and he's going to be stopped with a very short gain. Look to be number 23, Brandes Eason on the carry.
Great way by Wellborn right there of just keeping him contained and not letting him get into the end zone, you know. Being down here at the goal line, not much field to work with. Great stand right there. Let's see if this Wellborn defense can keep the stand and hold this offense.
This is where defenses are made. When you're down here with your backs up against the wall, are you going to stop swinging or are you going to fall down? We're going to see right here if this Walter Wellborn offense stays on their feet and forces a 4th down for the Dadeville Tigers to possibly take 3 points. So we got 6 minutes, and it looks to be a timeout by Dadeville. So Dadeville, we're going to talk it over on the sidelines as 7-0, and they are lined up. The ball is on the 7-yard line. 2nd down. What do you think Dadeville does here? They've ran the ball the whole drive almost, the whole drive.
If I'm Dadeville, I'm sticking to my bread and butter. I'm running this football, forcing Wellborn to make a play on defense and hold me right here. I'm going to rely on my running backs right here with 2nd and 3rd down ahead and try to punch this ball in.
They've done it the whole drive, and it feels like Daquan Doss has been the man on this drive as he has carried this offense down the field, a big 3rd down run. And it seems like when Daquan Doss gets going, he's very hard to stop. He's very fast, very physical. This Walter Wellborn defense is going to have to figure out a way to stop him here. So Jeff Smith going to see what his defense can do here on 2nd down and 7. Ball is on the 7-yard line. And this defense has made a big stop already in this game. This is going to be one of their bigger ones right here with 6 minutes and 5 seconds to go in the 2nd quarter. So Jordan Rambo going to be under center. Daquan Doss is the fullback. And Brandes Eason will be your tailback. He's going to fake the handoff. He's looking to throw it. And he's going to be almost taken down, and he is sacked. Jordan Rambo sacked in the backfield. What a play by Montgomery. And now things get interesting.
Great stand right there by Wellborn. They just did a great job of getting on Rambo, not letting him to go anywhere. You've got 3rd down right here. This defense has been pretty good all year long. This is going to be a real tough 3rd down for them. Let's see if they can make a stand and not allow a touchdown right here.
3rd down and 17. The sack on the play was made by Jay Silas Montgomery with pressure by number 80, Trey Downs for Walter Wellborn. So very long 3rd down here for Dadeville. And we're going to see what Coach McDonald has got up his sleeve as they're going to keep the same backfield as they had on the previous play. Rambo, he's going to look to throw it. He's going to look to go for the end zone here, and he's got a man, and it's incomplete. Very good coverage there by Xavier Parker as they were looking for number 7, the playmaker, Philstavius Dowdle, and Xavier Parker covered it very well that time.
Parker covered it well indeed. This Wellborn defense made one of the biggest stops thus far of the game on 3rd down right there. Real good defense, real tough break for them. Definitely didn't want to fall down 14-0. That right there is just an excellent stop by Wellborn.
Noah Screws was also in coverage. So we're going to see what Dadeville decides to do here. It's 4th down and 17. The ball is on the 17-yard line, and it will be a field goal attempt. The kick is up, and it is no good. So 7-0 as Walter Wellborn catches a break as number 6, Wardellis Cox Jr. field goal was incomplete as Wellborn catches a break, 7-0.
They definitely do catch a break there. Their defense, very tired, I would imagine, made one of the biggest stands of the game thus far. Great defensive drive right there by Wellborn. Let's see, 5 minutes and 21 seconds left. Let's see if this offense can get something going before half.
Grayson Johnson going to hand it off to Xavier Parker. Xavier Parker bounces off a man, and a big run there by Xavier Parker on 1st down. What a run by Xavier Parker. It's going to set up about 2nd down and 2.
Big run indeed. And that play right there just shows you how explosive Parker can be. If this Wellborn offense can just create that one hole for Parker to shoot through, he could take it down the field in a heartbeat.
He can do that as well, and he's playing both sides of the ball. You've seen him make a big coverage play right there on defense. Comes in and runs a 9-yard carry. So Grayson Johnson, he's going to fake the handoff to Curry, give it off to Parker. Parker bounces it to the outside, and that's going to be well enough for a Miller Funeral Home 1st down for Walter Wellborn, and there's a flag on the play. Looks to be probably going to be a late hit and a personal foul on Dadeville.
Definitely don't want to hurt yourself with penalties like that. Cannot have a late hit if that's what this flag does intend to be. Wellborn doing a great job, though, to start this offensive series, moving the ball down the field. And this penalty will sure enough help them.
It will definitely indeed help them. And it was a sideline warning on Wellborn. That is, I didn't see that one coming. I thought it was going to be a late hit just for the commotion on the sidelines, but nonetheless, play stands, 1st down and 10 on the 35-yard line for Walter Wellborn. So let's see what Jeff Smith got up his sleeve as Grayson Johnson has got Curry and Parker in the backfield. It's going to be a handoff to Omarion Curry, who is swarmed by Tigers in the backfield.
And Dadeville was not tricked on that play at all. They knew exactly what was coming, snuffed it out from the beginning, and did an excellent job of taking him down in the backfield. Excellent execution.
Deshaun Hall Jr. was the first man to meet Curry in the backfield. So here we go, Grayson Johnson. Same set he's had all night. Johnson going to fake the handoff. He's going to take it to the outside himself, and Grayson Johnson lowers his shoulder with a big run here on 3rd down.
You don't see many quarterbacks like Johnson either, you know, willing to lower that shoulder and fight for them extra yards. That just shows how much dedication he has.
So 3rd down and 4 is Grayson Johnson with a very big run to set up this manageable 3rd down on the 35-yard line for Walter Wellborn. As Grayson Johnson going to look to keep this offense on the field with 3 minutes and 32 seconds to go here in the 2nd quarter. So Johnson is going to have Curry in the backfield with him. And Johnson going to fumble the snap a little bit. He's going to throw a bullet across the middle of the field, and it's caught. What a catch there by Brendan Talley, as that will be enough for a Miller Funeral Home 1st down.
Now right there is great awareness by Johnson too. Bobbled the snap, managed to still corral it in and throw a perfect pass. That right there was an excellent play by Johnson indeed.
Looked like the snap came off a little late as Johnson was expecting it. He was backing up and managed to keep that ball in his hands with his fingertips, throw a strike to Talley across the middle. And Walter Wellborn's got a fresh set of downs. So Grayson Johnson, he's going to hand it off to Omarion Curry, who's going to go right up the middle. And Omarion Curry with a big run. That's going to be very close to a first down.
Excellent run by Curry indeed. That play right there has really worked for them overall throughout the night, just causing some confusion for this Dadeville defense.
Well, we've seen so much of Xavier Parker. You got to remember, you still got Curry in the backfield, who's a very good running back as is. He's a bruiser back there and went right up the gut for 9 yards. 2nd down and 1. And it's going to be a Grayson Johnson keeper who's going to bounce to the outside. Grayson Johnson going up the middle for a Miller Funeral Home first down. This Wellborn offense is firing.
Firing indeed. Great run by Johnson there. Great blocking by the offensive line right there. And when you've got the two running backs with Parker and Curry and Johnson, all three of them being mobile and quick players, you know, it's just hard to contain all three of them and know where the ball is going to be.
This Wellborn offense has chewed the clock here in the 2nd quarter, and it looks to be a timeout by Wellborn. So Jeff Smith going to talk it over with his guys on the sideline. And Tyler, this Wellborn offense has chewed off almost the whole second or half of the 2nd quarter. There's 2 minutes and 7 seconds to go down here and score a touchdown. We're going to take a quick break as we'll be back with your WEAC Game of the Week presented by Sonny King Ford.
Benton Nissan of Oxford has a mission to sell high-quality vehicles and products at a quality price with unwavering commitment to their customers. If you have been searching for your next car, truck, van, or SUV, Benton Nissan of Oxford has you covered. With competitive prices, plenty of financing options, and one of the largest new and used inventories in the area, you are sure to find exactly what you've been looking for. Benton Nissan, located at 1834 U.S. Highway 78 in Oxford.
The Advantage Plus roofing team offers commercial and residential roofing services. Their exceptional craftsmanship, high-quality materials, and knowledgeable staff will deliver superior results at affordable prices every time. Call your local Advantage Plus roofing office today at 256-375-9339 and find out.
Welcome back in as Walter Wellborn is streaking down the field. Had a late comeback there as Xavier Parker with a very big carry, enough for a Miller Funeral Home first down. As we're going to see this play one more time, Xavier Parker, great awareness there, waiting on that hole to open up.
Excellent blocking right there by that offensive line. Just great run right there by Parker. Did a real good job of waiting patiently for that hole, like you said, Dawson, and just taking advantage of it, moving the ball down the field. And this drive right here is showing how explosive this Wellborn offense really is.
Explosive indeed, and there's a minute 42 left. Grayson Johnson going to be in the tee. He's going to hand it off. Amarian Curry going up the middle, and it's going to be a touchdown. Touchdown Wellborn, presented by Sonny King Ford, and Wellborn's on the board.
Excellent drive right there by Wellborn. Did a real good job on that play of just punching it into the end zone, finding his lane, getting into the end zone. Great run by Curry. And just like that, this Wellborn offense is just a PAT away from tying this ball game up with Dadeville.
PAT away. And let's see if Walter Wellborn can make this kick. And the PAT is going to be attempted by number 77, and the PAT is no good. So number 77, Gay, was the man of the hour, and he missed it.
Tough break, missing the PAT. You know, still being able to drive down the field, leave a minute and 33 left, and be able to put 6 points on the board is exactly what Wellborn needed right here. You know, both teams have done a great job all game long of just chewing the clock and just taking the time off the board. With a minute and 33 left in this first half, I'm interested to see if Dadeville just stays conservative, you know, and just slowly chews the clock and moves down the field, or if they try to go a little more aggressive right here and see if they can't get some points before halftime.
So I believe they have enough time to run a few run plays, but once that clock gets underneath a minute, Dadeville's going to be in a hurry. And they've got 3 timeouts. So we're going to see here what they decide to do. Or actually, they have no timeouts. Wellborn has all 3. So must have been some confusion there for me on the timeouts because I thought Wellborn called a timeout. But nonetheless, Grayson Johnson is going to kick off here for Walter Wellborn. Looks to be Brandes Eason back deep with number 7, Phil Stavius Dowdle. So here we go. Grayson Johnson going to do a little pooch kick, and it's going to go back deep to Woody. Woody's going to take this ball. He's going across the middle of the field, and very good special teams defense by Walter Wellborn. Looked to be number 25, Jabari Williams on the tackle.
And this is going to be, I'd say, quite a big drive for Dadeville, you know. See if you can go down the field with 1:28 left in the first half, potentially put some points on the board. I believe Dadeville gets the ball back at half, so this would be huge for this offense if they could put some points on the board before half and then come out of half.
So Rambo going to be underneath center with Doss in the backfield. Rambo is going to look to throw it. He's being pressured. He's going to throw a lob pass across the field to Daquan Doss, who he's got space. Daquan Doss makes a man miss. Daquan Doss is in the open field. What a play by Daquan Doss for a Miller Funeral Home first down.
Excellent play. Great awareness by Rambo and Doss both there. Rambo didn't have anywhere to go with that ball. It looks like Wellborn has that play blown up, and Doss just finds him aside over there on that left side of the field and just sits and waits for Rambo to hit him. Great play to pick up 20-something yards right there.
If I'm not mistaken, Dadeville had a man getting open. He was just being pressured. So there we go. It's going to be a jet sweep there to number 7, Phil Stavius Dowdle, who's going to be brought down after a very short gain. But going back to the play before, looked like Dowdle was getting open closest to our near side, and a few more seconds, and Dadeville might have been on the board because Dowdle was breaking open. So here we go. Going to be a little wildcat play here. And it's going to be a pitch off to Woody. Woody is taking it around the outside. He's got some space, and that's going to be close to another Miller Funeral Home first down. Going to be very close.
Dadeville doing just a real good job, like they have been all game long, attacking the sidelines of this, just being able to move the ball downfield, pick up yardage. 25 seconds left. Do they stay with the run, or did they try to air it out right here to get closer to the end zone?
I'm thinking they're going to air this out here, if I had to take a guess. So it's 3rd down and 4, a few yards short of that first down. Rambo is going to be underneath center. Number 5 to Javian Burns will be the fullback, and Daquan Doss in the backfield. So here we go. Rambo, he's faking the handoff. He's going to look deep. He's going to lob it across the middle of the field. Going to be a very good catch and run for enough for a Miller Funeral Home first down, as number 35, Tyler Colvin, with the big catch.
Great awareness right there to just get it to your wide receiver right there to pick up the first down. Moving the ball down the field, 16 seconds left. They're doing a great job thus far.
The clock is running, and Rambo's going to spike it. He almost took a knee there. Did you see that?
That he almost did.
He almost took a knee, and that will be a spike. Well, clock is still rolling, so they're going to have to more than likely fix that, as not sure what is going on right now, as Walter Wellborn's heading back to the locker room. Dadeville saying we spiked it, so the clock should be stopped, and they should have about 13 seconds to go. Try to get in the end zone here on 2nd down and 10.
That was a great job by Dadeville right there to get up on the line, to be able to be ready by the time that play started again after that first down.
Very good play, because the clock, and so there's 11 seconds on the clock as Dadeville is going to look to strike here. And this is a big big set of plays here for this Walter Wellborn defense. They've got to make a stand. So Rambo underneath center. He's looking to pass right off the rip. And he's going down. Trey Downs with a big sack on Jordan Rambo. And that is probably going to push this game into halftime, and it will. What a play, what a stand by Trey Downs. Just bouncing out, getting on to the quarterback. What a play by Trey Downs.
Excellent play indeed. Was able to continue fighting right there on his blocker. Get to Rambo. Excellent way to take this ball game into halftime.
7-6 heading into halftime as the Dadeville Tigers and the Walter Wellborn Panthers are in a nail biter for your WEAC TV 24 Game of the Week presented by Sonny King Ford. We'll be back after this short break, and we'll have the second half action.
Benton Nissan of Oxford has a mission to sell high-quality vehicles and products at a quality price with unwavering commitment to their customers. If you have been searching for your next car, truck, van, or SUV, Benton Nissan of Oxford has you covered. With competitive prices, plenty of financing options, and one of the largest new and used inventories in the area, you are sure to find exactly what you've been looking for. Benton Nissan, located at 1834 U.S. Highway 78 in Oxford.
The Advantage Plus roofing team offers commercial and residential roofing services. Their exceptional craftsmanship, high-quality materials, and knowledgeable staff will deliver superior results at affordable prices every time. Call your local Advantage Plus roofing office today at 256-375-9339 and find out why customers rate Advantage Plus roofing #1 in satisfaction. Estimates are always free and financing options are available. Upgrade your home with the best roofing company in Central Alabama.
We are back with your WEAC TV 24 Game of the Week presented by Sonny King Ford as we've got a nail biter on our hands, folks. 3A Region 4 never fails to disappoint as the Walter Wellborn Panthers and the Dadeville Tigers are in a close one. 7-6, the Dadeville Tigers have managed to hold a 1-point lead going through the first half of action. Very quick first half. We've seen a lot of run plays from both teams. Tyler, what did you think about the first half?
I think the first half, like you said, was full of runs. Dadeville just firing on all cylinders for most of the half, doing a real good job on offense of just keeping this Wellborn defense on their toes. But Wellborn on defense later into the second quarter has done a great job of just settling in, making Dadeville just stall out. Wellborn managed to get on the board right there with 1:30 left in the second half, you know. So both teams are doing a real good job of just taking time off the clock and overall just getting things going for them.
Getting things going indeed, as we've seen Jordan Rambo have a very big first half along with Daquan Doss for the Dadeville Tigers as you are watching the Dadeville Tiger Marching Band perform here at halftime. And it has been a very close game so far. And like you said, this Walter Wellborn defense batting down the hatches late. Big sack to force a fourth down with 11 seconds to go to push the game into halftime. If Dadeville scores there, that would have been heartbreaking because going into halftime after letting up a last-second score, Wellborn would have almost been very close to being forced to scoring right out of halftime.
That indeed, and if Dadeville scores right there before halftime, you know, they get the ball to start the second half too. So if they go score before halftime, come out of halftime, score again, that really pushes the pressure to Wellborn. So Wellborn did a real good job right there on defense, just making a stand and just holding that offense.
You are 100% correct there, Tyler. You're watching the Dadeville Tiger Marching Band. We're going to take a quick break with your WEAC TV 24 Game of the Week presented by Sonny King Ford.
Convert your old catalytic converter into cash. Right Way Auto Salvage in Munford will pay cash for your catalytic converter. We buy converters. With over 1 million parts in stock, Right Way Auto Salvage can take that old converter and turn it into cash. Take your old converter and turn it into cash. Right Way Auto Salvage, located in Munford, Alabama.
Don't just dream it. Call Family Savings Credit Union. Right now, get something you want for as low as 2.24% APR. You can even apply online or by phone. Family Savings Credit Union, where your money grows with you and your family.
Welcome back into your WEAC TV 24 Game of the Week presented by Sonny King Ford. 7-6 as the Dadeville Tigers are up on the Walter Wellborn Panthers here at halftime. I've got some scores updates for you here as the Dadeville Tiger marching band is not failing to disappoint. We got some fans, we got some flames going out on the field. What a performance they're performing right here in Anniston, Alabama tonight. So here we go. We got some score updates for you. The Munford Tigers and the the Munford Lions, my mistake, and the Cleburne County Tigers are tied at 21 in the second quarter. As the Alexandria Valley Cubs 17-0. And Talladega is down to Jacksonville 35-14 here in the second quarter. Piedmont is beating Ohatchee 28-7. BB Comer and Vincent tied 14-14. Anniston is up on White Plains 28-0. Victory Christian and Donahoe 0-0 in the first quarter. As St. Clair County Southside 10-0. Southside's up. Central Clay County and Hanley at 19-15. That's a very big game. And I'm going to stop right there, and let's watch this performance just for a second as she is holding 3 flaming batons in her hand. What a performance they're putting on here in front of this very, very loud Walter Wellborn fans here tonight at the Hill. So we're going to take another quick break as we will be back in just a moment with your WEAC TV 24 Game of the Week presented by Sonny King Ford.
On Season 5 of Fansville, college football is back, and it's total chaos.
The conference lines are being redrawn, and Fansville's being ripped apart.
And nothing.
Sorry, Logan, you live in tech country now.
But I hate tech!
Will ever be the same.
Schools are changing conferences! Players are changing schools! What happened to tradition?
So hold on to your Dr. Pepper.
That's called an off tackle. That's where the running back runs.
I know what it is. Did you just fansplain me?
I'm sorry. I was out of bounds. That's where a player steps back.
Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve.
Bill Stanford Automotive is dedicated to offering high-quality pre-owned vehicles to their customers. From the moment you walk through the door, they are committed to providing you with a great car buying experience. With their skilled staff and financing options, they'll help you get the vehicle you want at the great price you deserve. With many vehicle shopping options available, they differentiate themselves by understanding their local car buying community and satisfying its needs. That's Bill Stanford Automotive at 411 East Street North in Talladega.
Welcome back into the Hill here in Anniston, Alabama. With your WEAC TV 24 Game of the Week presented by Sonny King Ford. 7-0 Dadeville up on Walter Wellborn as the Walter Wellborn Marching Highlander Band is going to be heading back out on the field here to do their halftime performance. And I'm going to pick back up on some scores that I had going. And the score that I left off on was Central Clay County taking on Hanley, 19-15 game. Very close game there. Big game in Roanoke, Alabama. Sylacauga is playing Trinity Presbyterian tonight, and Trinity Presbyterian is up 17-0 here right now. Sachs is beating Childersburg 21-0. Thompson and Chelsea 21-3. Oxford and Pinson Valley. Pinson Valley is up 10-0 on Oxford right now, as Andalusia and Montgomery Academy. Andalusia is running away with that one 35-0. Ragland is beating Wadley 18-13 here in the second quarter. Woodland is down big to Ranburn 40-0 at halftime. Homewood Benjamin Russell, home one is up 17-0. Clay Chalkful is beating Center Point 26-7. Vestavia Hills and Spain Park in a very big matchup, 6-0. Spain Park is up. Moody and Lincoln, very intriguing matchup as Moody has looked very good all year, is up 6-0 in the second quarter on Lincoln. So Lincoln is hanging in there. And Fayetteville is losing to Isabella 40-0. And that Lincoln and Moody game is very intriguing as Lincoln is looking to knock off one of the best teams around right now.
That indeed. Moody has looked real good all season long. And Lincoln has looked fairly decent themselves, you know, and they've done a real good job so far to start this season of just hanging in at some close ball games.
Pleasant Valley is down 14-0 against Cleveland, as Cleveland is winning 14-0. Jasper is beating Winona 35-7. Hoover and Hewitt-Trussville, one of the biggest rivalries, is 7-7 at halftime. What a ball game got going down in Hewitt-Trussville. As a lot of big games going on tonight, and one of them being right here at the Hill in Anniston, Alabama, as the Walter Wellborn Panthers and the Dadeville Tigers are in a nail-biter once again, 7-6. As we're going to take another quick break, and we'll be back. The Marching Highlander Band will be performing. We are WEAC TV 24 Game of the Week presented by Sunny King 4. We'll be back in just a moment.
There's a special place where overtime gives way to family time, where fast pace becomes a little slower lifestyle. At Campers Unlimited, we can help get you there, where your lake house, beach house, or tailgate headquarters can have the same address. We carry the top brands in America like Grand Design and Forest River. With a large selection, we're sure to have a floor plan that fits your needs. So when you're ready to disconnect in order to reconnect, take the easy drive to Campers Unlimited on Interstate 59 in Gadsden, or shop us online at campersunlimited.net.
Hi, I'm Sean from Right Way Auto Sales. Come see us on the Motor Mile. We have a huge inventory of cars, trucks, SUVs, and campers. Fifth wheel bumper pull. No credit needed. No credit check. You name it, we got it. Come see us at Right Way on the Motor Mile. 50 campers in stock, 50 cars and trucks, good credit, bad credit, no credit. You're approved. Come see us at Right Way Auto Sales. No credit needed. No credit check. Come see us at Right Way on the Motor Mile.
Welcome back in to the Hill here in Anniston, Alabama, where we've got a 3A Region 4 matchup between the Dadeville Tigers and the Walter Wellborn Panthers, where the Dadeville Tigers are up 7-6 in your WEAC TV 24 Game of the Week, presented by Sunny King Ford. And we're going to touch up on the region standings here, as Dadeville is leading the way 2-0. Wellborn is 1-0. Randolph County 1-0. Childersburg 1-1. Sachs 1-1. Weaver 0-2. And Beulah is 0-2 as well. As I'm going to touch up on this a little bit again. This Dadeville team is 3-0, and they have got big wins on almost everybody they played besides Sachs. 48-21 over BB Comer, 39-6 over Weaver, and the Sachs game was a little closer. It was 27-10, as that has set Dadeville up to be 2-0 in the region, as they have beat Weaver and Sachs in this region.
And this Dadeville team, like you said, they have looked really good so far. Offense has scored 114 points in those first 3 games, compared to the opposing team only scoring 37. So they have looked really stout so far to start the season.
This Marching Highlander Band putting on a very good performance here at the Hill tonight, as this Wellborn offense is going to have to come out here in the second half like they ended the first half. Very good last possession on offense. They ran the ball very effectively. Xavier Parker, big runs on that drive, capping it off with Marion Curry with a big touchdown, as Grayson Johnson led his troops down the field and scored a very quick touchdown. Missed PAT, but has brought this game within 1 for Walter Wellborn.
And they are definitely going to have to come back and play this second half just like they did at the end of the first half. And this Wellborn offense isn't too shabby themselves. You know, they had a stumbling with Anniston to start the season, but since then they have looked really good. Their offense is averaging 41 points a game, you know, so they can really move the ball and get things going. They're firing all cylinders. So if they can come out the half and continue to play like they ended the first half, they should be in a real good position to finish off this ball game.
Finish off this ball game indeed, and I really do believe that this Walter Wellborn defense found their identity there in the second quarter, as they was able to slow down this high-powered Dadeville offense, who has been led really all game by Daquan Dawson, Jordan Rambo, with a little bit of Viltavius Dowda, who had a very big first half as well, along with Antoine Wood, who's got a touchdown. And you look at this Dadeville offense, and they're very good at stretching the ball from across one side of the field to the next. Really tires out that defense, making them go a lot of different ways. And it's pretty impressive, if I have to say so myself.
Impressive indeed. That Dadeville offense, like you said, they just have a way of attacking the sidelines, and it really forces a team to just spread their defense out and cover more field than if you're just pounding the ball up the middle, So it's been a real challenge for Wellborn so far to start this game, but they have done a real good job of adjusting during late in the first half, and if they can keep that up, Wellborn will be looking pretty good to start the second half.
You are 100% correct there, Tyler. As the Marching Highlander Band is making their way off the field, as we've got 5 minutes and 30 seconds to go until second half action here at The Hill in Anniston, Alabama. We're going to take another quick break as we'll be back. From The Hill, we are WEAC TV24 Game of the Week presented by Sonny King Ford.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of J.D. Hess, Danny Shears, Fred Wilson, Carolyn Henderson, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. Beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums. Our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly support the arts. If you are considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. You will be glad you did.
Bridgewater Interiors, a Tier 1 supplier to Honda Manufacturing, is looking for qualified candidates to work second shift. They offer great benefits and starting pay of $16 per hour. They also offer shift differential pay, 401k, medical, dental, vision, life insurance, short-term disability, tuition reimbursement, employee discounts, and so much more. You can visit their location at 1 Bridgewater Drive in East Aboga or apply online at bridgewater-interiors.com and click on Hiring Now.
We are back here at The Hill, here for your WEAC TV24 Game of the Week presented by Sonny King Ford. Dadeville and Walter Wellborn, we're about to get ready for second half football action here in this 3A Region 4 matchup. We Heart TV24 cheerleaders, thank you very much. Fans getting into it. What a game we've got so far tonight. And going back to a game we talked about just a minute ago, the power is out at Keith Howard Memorial Stadium in Lincoln. 6-0 Moody, and the power is out. So the power will be coming back on just shortly, hopefully, for that heck of a ball game they've got going on there at Keith Howard Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Alabama. But nonetheless, we are here at The Hill in Anniston, Alabama, as your WEAC TV24 Game of the Week, presented by Sonny King Ford. And the fans are getting into it for Walter Wellborn. They're hoping the home team can bring it out tonight and pull out a win for the Walter Wellborn Panthers. As right now their team is playing good enough to win. They just got to get some points on the scoreboard here in the second half, Tyler.
That they do. As we were talking about earlier, Wellborn struggled there in the first half to just get anything going, but they have stepped up late in the first half and did a real excellent job so far, and if these fans can get into it, and just help motivate them and light a fire under them, that right there will be just enough motivation to help this Wellborn team just get things going on offense.
And we've got a lot of fans here tonight as the teams are starting to make their way back out on the field. We are about to be closing in on 2 minutes before the second half gets kicked off. And we're going to take another quick break. We'll be back. We are WEAC TV24 Game of the Week presented by Sonny King Ford.
I'm Jeff Burt. I'm the general manager down here at Greenway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Anniston. I'm here to tell you whether you got good credit, bad credit, or no credit, we can get you done. We can get you taken care of. If you got good credit, we can get you 0% for up to 72 months. Everybody rides here at Greenway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Anniston. And visit our service department. We've got a world-class service department. In 24 years, they're the best technicians I've ever worked with. We'll take care of your car, and if you ever come down here and you're not completely satisfied, see me. I'm Jeff Burt.
HMR of Alabama provides services for Alabama's state veterans' homes and is proud to serve the Colonel Robert Howard State Veterans Home in Pell City. With competitive pay and benefits, your career serving those who served our country can begin today. If you like to help people and enjoy new challenges, contact HMR of Alabama by logging on to hmrveteranservices.com and choose the Careers tab to find out how you can join the HMR team.
Grit and determination. Who's going to have it here in the second half of this wonderful football game we've got on our hands? 1 minute to go until the second half between the Walter Wellborn Panthers and the Dadeville Tigers, as the Walter Wellborn Panthers are getting warmed up. As what a camera shot we've got as Coach Jeff Smith's got his guys warming up over here in the end zone, as they're going to be looking to strike first here in the second half, as the Dadeville Tigers are going to be looking to keep up their early success in the second half.
That they are. Both teams playing real hot to end the first half. You know, if they can keep the momentum going for both sides, it's going to be a real good ball game. Both teams are playing really excellent right now. It's just going to come down to who wants it more here in the second half.
Big circle for the Dadeville Tigers as they're getting warmed up here for the second half. About 12 seconds away from second half kickoff for Dadeville and Walter Wellborn. And like we said, Tyler, it's just going to come down to who wants it more. When these games are close like this, who wants it? Who wants that big region win? Who wants that big win? And it is a lot at stake here. If Dadeville wins this game, they will be 3-0 in the region. And if Walter Wellborn wins this game, they will be sitting at 2-0 in the region and will be sitting at 2 wins and no losses in the region. Dadeville will have 1 loss. So that's going to shake up the region standings just a little bit, as an extra 2 minutes and 30 seconds have been put back onto the clock for halftime, as Jeff Smith's going to call his guys over. And Jeff Smith, 14 years at Walter Wellborn as a head coach. What a bunch of great teams he's had, and what a run he's had at Walter Wellborn for the Walter Wellborn Panthers, as Roger McDonald entering his 3rd season at Dadeville, and he's taking them to a lot of places this year.
That he has. Both these teams have been really impressive to start the season, both Wellborn and Dadeville. You know, and a loss for either of these teams will really just shake up the standings in the region that they're in. You know, both teams are playing really excellent right now, and right now at this moment, the ball game could go in either team's favor.
Shake up the standings indeed, as Jeff Smith, very good coach, very good motivational speaker is Jeff Smith, and Jeff Smith telling his guys what they've got to do here in the second half. And you can tell his players are invested in what kind of program he's running and what kind of system he has by the way they're looking. As we've got some more coaches standing, chit-chatting on the sidelines for Dadeville and Walter Wellborn. As very good officiating crew so far tonight, as they've had a very good game as well. And it's been very good calls tonight so far as well. But you've got 1 minute until the second half will be kicked off underway here at the Hill in Anniston, Alabama, as we're going to keep it here as the second half will be kicked off in just a moment. So, Tyler, 3 keys for success for Walter Wellborn in the second half.
I think one main thing on defense, like I've been saying, the whole first half is just contain the sidelines. Do not let Dadeville get that outside edge. 2, just stick to your bread and butter, run the football, pound it down the field. And number 3, just want it more than Dadeville. This could go either way. Wellborn's got a real good shot at winning this ball game, and as long as they believe in themselves, they can come out in this second half and get it done.
I'm going to give 3 keys to success for Dadeville. Number 1 being keep up the high-powered offense. Number 2 being have that good defense you had in the first half of action. Keep that same defense. And number 3, no penalties. You can't have crucial penalties. That could go for both teams. You cannot have crucial penalties here in the second half of a tight ball game. Penalties will kill you down in this stage of the game. And We're going to see as Dadeville will receive the football here in the second half. As Grayson Johnson, starting quarterback, also the kicker for Walter Wellborn, will be kicking this football away for Walter Wellborn. So here we go. As Dadeville has got Philtavius Dowdle back deep, and second half action from the hill is about to be underway. And here we go. Gonna be a pooch kick as Dadeville is gonna fair catch that at looks to be about the 31-yard line.
Dadeville gets the ball to start the second half. You know, as we've been talking about, Wellborn looked really good to end that first half on defense. Had a real good stand right there to take them into halftime. You know, let's see if Wellborn can keep this up, you know, and force Dadeville to a quick 3-and-out or to stall out on this drive, give Wellborn the ball back, and see what they can do.
Here we go. Jordan Rambo to start this second half. He's going to be under center. Daquan Doss will be in the backfield as they're going to be running the I formation. Rambo going to hand it off to Doss. Doss going to look to bounce it to the outside. He makes a man miss. Good run there by Daquan Doss to start off this drive. Look to be Logan Nelson on the tackle.
Great run indeed by Doss. Wellborn did a good job of putting somebody on that outside to force him back in. You know, he's really quick and he's got that effect to be able to make people miss, you know. But Wellborn did a real good job of just being able to contain him and keep him to minimal yards.
Here we go. Jordan Rambo looking to keep this offense moving as he's going to be in the I formation again as to Javian Burns checks in at fullback. He's going to hand it off to Javian Burns, and he is going to be wrapped up right up the middle. Jay Silas Montgomery on the tackle for Walter Wellborn.
And great defense right there by Wellborn. That D-line right there just did a real good job at holding their block and not letting that gap open. Excellent way to come out the half on defense.
What a play by Jay Silas Montgomery, just pummeling over the pulling guard and was able to stop to Javian Burns in the backfield. What a play. So 3rd down and 6 on the 34-yard line. Dadeville, big 3rd down. Rambo going to be under center. And he's going to fake the handoff. He's going to hand it off. It's going to be Philtavius Dowdle who's going across the field. He's going towards the sidelines. What a run for Philtavius Dowdle. And that's going to be a Miller Funeral Home 1st down.
Excellent run by Dowdle, too. Was able to find his gap in the line and just cut it back up to the middle of the field and bounce it to the outside. Did a real good job. Looked like Wellborn might have that stopped right there for a minimal gain. He just found the right lane and took it.
And if you watch that, he ran into Javian Burns, and I don't believe if he wouldn't have ran into him, I think he would have got a few more yards. It slowed him down a little bit. He was running with a head of steam as Philtavius Dowdle with a very, very good run there for Dadeville. So here we go. Rambo, he's going to hand it off to Doss. Doss going up the gut, and he's going to gain a solid about 2 yards as the tackle on the play was made by Trey Downs.
Real good run right there by Dadeville. And this Wellborn defense doing a real good job compared to the first half. Overall on defense of just blocking up that offensive line right there. It's just finding the right lanes, being real patient. Dadeville's running backs are, and they're doing an excellent job so far of moving this football.
Little side note, Walter Wellborn has got to get off the field on 3rd down. They are struggling tonight on 3rd down. So it's going to be a pitch to Doss. Doss is going to be hit hard. And that was the big man, Jay Silas Montgomery, again breaking up that offensive line. What a play by Jay Silas.
Excellent play indeed by Silas. That pitch to the outside has hurt Wellborn all night long, and they did a phenomenal job right there of just gobbling that up right there. Real excellent hit.
Jay Silas Montgomery starting off hot already in the second half, and there was a penalty on the play. So that is going to move Dadeville up and give them a free 1st down.
Like you said, at halftime, these penalties can be real costly. You know, you definitely want to try to keep this as clean a game as possible.
Jay Silas Montgomery, the big defensive tackle for Walter Wellborn, starting off very well and he's looked good so far here in the second half. So Jordan Rambo going to be underneath center as he's going to pitch it outside. It's going to be Brandes Eason who bounces out. Another big hit there for Walter Wellborn, as it looked to be number 4, C.J. Hubbard on the hit. Let's watch this again. Look at this, just right up. Big hit by C.J. Hubbard.
Dadeville's doing an excellent job of running this football right now. But Wellborn, they're filling it on defense. They have been laying out some hard hits the last couple of plays.
Walter Wellborn's playing very physical in this second half, and that's what they're going to have to do with this high-powered offense. So here we go. Jordan Rambo to Javian Burns is back into the game, as Javian Burns is going to be gobbled up in the backfield again. Another play there as Trey Downs on the play with Andrew Salter along with the tackle.
This Wellborn defense has done a real good job of getting the third down. 2 or 3 times on this drive, they have just failed to stand tall on third down on this drive. They're going to have to put something together and get a stop right here on this third down to stop this Dadeville offense.
3rd down and 5. Big 3rd down for Walter Wellborn. Can they get off the field? So here we go. Jordan Rambo. Antoine Woody is in the backfield. It's going to be pitched out to Antoine Woody, and he's going to be wrapped up. What a play. Walter Wellborn is able to get off the field on 3rd down. Number 25, Jabari Williams on the tackle.
And that is huge for Wellborn. Great way to get through that offensive line and just not let him go anywhere. They did an excellent job of containing that play and standing tall on 4th down or 3rd down.
So 4th down and 5 now for Walter Wellborn. And looks to be a sideline warning on Dadeville. So going to be 4th down and 13 now for Dadeville as the ball's on the 35-yard line. And I believe Dadeville's probably going to put this ball away if I had to guess. 4th down and 13. We'll see what they've got lined up. As they're going to go for it. Change my mind there. They're going for it as Coach McDonald is looking to get 13 yards. So Rambo is going to look to pass. He throws it across the middle of the field. Woody has got it. Woody is going to break a tackle, and Antoine Woody is going to get enough for a Miller Funeral Home 1st down.
Real gutsy call right there by Dadeville, but I love it. They did a real good job, that play design. Woody making the corner miss, did a real good job of just getting up that sideline. Excellent play.
And we talked about Wellborn just getting off the field on 3rd down, and they got the stop. But Dadeville pulls a trick out of his hat and goes for it on 4th down 13, gives Woody some space. Guy's an athlete, makes a man miss, able to get 13 yards and more for a 1st down. It is going to be 1st down and 10 from the 15-yard line. So here we go, and it looks to be a flag on the play. It's going to be against Dadeville, so that's going to back them up.
This is a real costly penalty. You know, every penalty is. Dadeville doing a real good job of just keeping Wellborn on their toes. You know, just when it seems like Wellborn can get a stop and get off the field, Dadeville just makes some magic happen and just keeps this defense on the field. And I know Wellborn's got to be tired right now coming out of half.
Got to be tired indeed. As they get that 3rd down, like we said, they got the 4th down conversion. So Rambo, he's going to hand it off to Doss. Deshaun Doss, the ball's on the ground, and Walter Wellborn's on it. Deshaun Doss, the ball was stripped out, and it is picked up by O'Marion Curry as Walter Wellborn has got the football.
And that is big for Wellborn. This Dadeville running back corps has done a real good job of just running the football so far throughout this game, but Wellborn did a real good job of punching that ball out right there and getting on top of it. Just the break that they needed here on this drive.
And that looked to be number 22, Ethan Carroll, who knocked that ball away from Deshaun Doss to lead O'Marion Curry picking up the fumble. So now Walter Wellborn has got the football on their own 20-yard line, and they're going to look to go down the field here. Grayson Johnson with Curry and Parker in the backfield. And it's going to be a keeper for Grayson Johnson, who goes right up the middle of the field. And there's going to be a flag on the play, and that's going to be a face mask on Dadeville.
Definitely got to try to clean up the penalties. Definitely don't want to give Wellborn any extra field position. You know, want to keep them pinned up as much as you can against their own goal line. You know, excellent. This helps Wellborn out really big so far moving that football. Dadeville's done a great job all night, though, with defense. Let's see if they can keep Wellborn at a stall.
So after the penalty, it's going to set up 2nd down and 1 now for Wellborn instead of 2nd down and about 8. So here we go. Grayson Johnson, he's going to hand off to O'Marion Curry. O'Marion Curry goes right up the middle, and that's going to be a Miller Funeral Home first down for O'Marion Curry.
And O'Marion Curry seems to be getting real hot right now. Just running the football with a head of steam right there. The offensive line just did a real good job of creating a lane for him to be able to run through.
As this offensive line has played very well so far tonight for Walter Wellborn. Grayson Johnson going to be in that wing T formation, as it's going to be a handoff to Xavier Parker, who's got some blockers to the outside, makes a man miss, and able to dive forward for a few extra yards.
And that right there was a great play by Dadeville right there on defense, just doing a real good job of just stopping him there. Got a shoelace tackle to be able to hold him to minimal yards.
Minimal yards is exactly what this Dadeville defense is going to have to do here with the ball on the 38-yard line, as Walter Wellborn has got the football. Grayson Johnson, he's going to hand it off to Xavier Parker again. He has got nowhere to go. He is going backwards, as that's going to set up a 3rd down for the Dadeville defense.
And this Dadeville defense, they're hard to get anything going against when they can get pressure in the inside of that offense like they have. They just are real good at getting that offensive line on their back heels, you know, and taking out those lanes for the running backs. They've been doing a real good job tonight at kind of slowing that run offense down for Wellborn.
Daquan Doss was chasing him down, as well as to Javian Burns. Grayson Johnson, he's going to look to throw it. He throws a bullet across the middle, and it's almost intercepted by Antoine Woody. And his pass was going to Xavier Parker, and he did not see Woody in the area, it looked like. Let's watch this play one more time. As Johnson's going to roll out, he's going to try to fire it quick in there to Xavier Parker. And Antoine Woody, if he catches that pass, you're not going to see him until he touches the end zone.
Woody has just done a real good job. He has had a pretty good night tonight, both on offense and defense. He's a hard player to throw to on the defensive side of the ball.
Grayson Johnson's going to punt this ball away. Going to be a very good snap, very good punt for Grayson Johnson, as that ball is going to bounce, and it looks like it's going to sit down right at about the 35-yard line. And that is where Jordan Rambo will bring his offense out and set up shop for the Dadeville Tigers, whose last drive ended in a fumble. Don't want that again if you're Dadeville. But for Wellborn, you'll take that all night.
Indeed, that fumble definitely was a momentum shifter for Wellborn. Definitely helped them out because Dadeville was on a roll. They got into a couple of 3rd down situations but managed to convert, even got to a 4th and 13, and was still able to move the chains for a 1st down. You know, so they're moving with a head of steam right now. Let's see if Wellborn can just try to stop that offense.
And here we go. And that pass is going to be right over the top of Philstavius Dowdle on Jordan Rambo. And here's the thing. If you let that guy sit and throw, he'll kill you all game. It was an excellent job by Trey Downs getting to the quarterback and causing some havoc back there in the backfield as Jordan Rambo throws it over Philstavius Dowdle's head.
Indeed. Wellborn did a real good job right there of just pressuring Rambo, not letting him have any time to throw that ball accurately. And the linebackers there did a real good job, too, of covering that receiver as well to force Rambo to have to make that throw a little higher.
Here we go, Rambo. He's going to be underneath center. He's going to hand it off to Philstavius Dowdle, who makes a man miss. He's going. He's still on his feet. And very good run there by Philstavius Dowdle. And it's going to be second down. He didn't gain much, but very physical run.
Physical run indeed. He was able to bounce it back into the inside, you know, to be able to get back to that line, because Wellborn's coming out of half has done a real good job of just containing those sideline plays, you know, and forcing Dadeville to push that ball back up into the middle, because the first half, you know, Dadeville was killing them on the sideline plays.
So third down, and actually he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage as it was third down and 10. As Rambo, he's going to drop back. He's going to look to pass. It's going to be a screen pass out to number 23, Brandez Eason. Brandez Eason is going down the sidelines, and that is going to be, looks to be enough or close to a Miller Funeral Home first down, and it is not. It is going to be fourth down.
That right there was an excellent play by Dadeville. The spot did not even get in the first down. Them running back screens you've got to be real aware of. Wellborn did a real good job of being able to get over there and get him down short of the line to gain. Real excellent plays by both sides.
Ward Rellis Cox Jr. will be the punter for Dadeville, as he's going to look to punt this ball away. It's going to be a very low snap. Wardellis picks it up, and it's going to be a booming punt there as Xavier Parker's just going to let this ball roll and roll and roll, and that ball is going to be stopped at the 1 yard line. What a play and a punt by Wardrellis Cox Jr. And let's talk about the big man getting down the field and pouncing on that football. Number 55, Colton Liggett, getting down there and jumping on that ball before it goes in the end zone.
Excellent punt and excellent hustle by number 55 there to be able to get down there to that ball and pin him on the one. That was definitely a heads-up play by him. Really helps Dadeville defense out right here to be able to pin Wellborn down inside their own 5.
Because I'm not even going to lie, I thought that ball was going in the end zone. What a play. But Grayson Johnson in his own backfield, and that is going to be a false start. And Wellborn's going to back up now officially to about the 1 yard line, as they were on the 3. Penalty's going to push them back to the 1.
And this is going to be a tough hole to come out of for Wellborn. You know, you bank on the punt to go into the end zone, manages to get just short. Then you got the penalty. It's going to be a tough spot to try to get anything going against this Dadeville defense, who's played really well all night long.
Played really well indeed, as Grayson Johnson is going to get his guys back as they are on the 2 yard line, first down and 11 for Walter Wellborn. So Grayson Johnson going to run a little quarterback sneak, and he's going to get very good yards there on the quarterback sneak to get them out of their own end zone. Great play call.
Great play call indeed. Wellborn did a real good job of just being able to push that Dadeville defense back. You don't see many quarterback sneaks be able to go for a gain of 9 yards.
A very good quarterback sneak. What a play call there for Walter Wellborn, as now Grayson Johnson's got them set up with a second down and 4. Very manageable. As Grayson Johnson, he's got to hand off to Marion Curry. Marion Curry's going up the middle. Marion Curry's got some space. He's going up the field. What a play by Marion Curry for a Miller Funeral Home first down.
Excellent run by Curry there, too. The offensive line did a real good job of creating a lane for Curry just to run right through. He put on the burners and was able to pick up a good chunk of yards right there.
We don't talk about this much, but Big Trey Downs, one of the offensive linemen, running down the field in front of a Marion Curry to set those big blocks for the big man to get a very big gain. So Grayson Johnson, he's going to hand it off to Xavier Parker, who Xavier Parker is going to be stopped after a minimal gain, as this Dadeville defense looking to tighten down here.
Tighten down indeed. They're going to have to get something going to be able to stop this Wellborn offense, who have seemed to have a burst of life here on this drive. Wellborn's really getting things moving together. let's see if they can keep it going with this running back group that they have.
Very stacked running back group indeed for Walter Wellborn, as Grayson Johnson going to be under center. He's going to keep it himself, and he's going to trip over his own lineman. Not even his lineman. It tripped over Xavier Parker, who was setting a block, as Grayson Johnson's going to fall down, bring it up to a 3rd down.
That's just tough for Johnson, because if he wouldn't have tripped, he was probably gaining 5 or 6 yards on that play. Had a real nice lane open for him right there in front of him.
Very nice open lane, and they've had very good success running Grayson Johnson tonight, as he has looked very good running the football tonight. So Marion Curry, they're going to line up in the gun. You don't see this much for Walter Wellborn. Grayson Johnson going to look to throw it. He's going to keep himself run up the middle of the field. Grayson Johnson makes a man miss, and I believe that's going to be enough for a Miller Funeral Home 1st down.
That right there was a great play call right there by Wellborn to line up in shotgun. I think it was a designed quarterback keeper, you know, that really threw Dadeville off from their traditional offense that they run. You know, that was a real excellent play call.
Excellent play call indeed for Walter Wellborn, and I do believe that was a designed quarterback run, as I don't think Grayson Johnson had any intentions of throwing that football. So here we go, going to be in the T. He's going to hand it off to Xavier Parker, who's going to have a little bit of space on the outside. He's going to be drug out of bounds after about a 4-yard gain.
Dadeville did a real good job of being able to keep him contained, not letting him pick up many yards. Wellborn has done a real good job so far on this drive, just continuing to move the ball, continuing to live to fight for another down. Real excellent job thus far.
Grayson Johnson. He's going to hand it off to Xavier Parker, who's going to bounce it to the outside again. And Dadeville's doing a very good job of containing the outside, I should say, as we were talking about Wellborn containing the outside. Well, now Wellborn's done went to a little more outside run attack instead of between the tackles, and Dadeville's doing a very good job of containing it.
They are definitely indeed doing a real good job. You know, you want to try to mix it up between going to your inside run plays and your outside run plays to kind of keep that defense on their heels, but Dadeville has done a real good job of adjusting thus far.
3rd down and 4 to go. Ball's on the 39-yard line. Grayson Johnson, he's going to hand it off to Xavier Parker. Xavier Parker's going to go right up the middle, and that's going to be enough for a Miller Funeral Home 1st down for Walter Wellborn again.
And they are moving the ball, doing a real good job of picking up 1st downs. They probably have more 1st down conversions on this drive alone than they have all game long, which is a plus for Wellborn, doing a real good job of just getting things going on offense when they need it the most.
Okay, they spotted him short, so it is 4th down and 1. I thought he got it. It was very close, but I thought he got it. So 4th down and 1, and Wellborn's keeping the offense on the field. So Grayson Johnson, he's going to quarterback sneak it, and that's more than enough for that Miller Funeral Home 1st down we just mentioned.
Real excellent play. Johnson does a real good job, as well as this whole Wellborn offense, of just being able to run those quarterback sneaks really, really well. They pick up a lot of yardage for them.
A lot of yardage indeed, and the 4s are up here at the Hill in Anniston, Alabama. We're heading to the 4th quarter in a very tight ball game, 7-6. Dadeville is up on the Walter Wellborn Panthers here as we head into the 4th quarter of action. We'll be right back with your WEAC Game of the Week presented by Sonny King Ford.
Hughes Paint and Body Works Towing and Recovery in Oxford is the area's leading auto body shop, serving Anniston, Oxford, Talladega, and surrounding areas since 1996. They specialize in auto body repair and refinishing, paint correction, paintless dent repair, towing, and so much more. For all of your auto body needs, contact Hughes Paint and Body Works Towing and Recovery at 256-835-1170. Also online at HughesPaintandBody.com.
Just my question, why you gotta pay more? No, come to M&M Auto Sales in Lincoln.
Been in this location for 8 years, and we're growing up in this business because you guys support. And without you guys, we could not be here. And you could check us on the website, m&m78.com. We provide over 125 cars in that website. And we have the muscle cars, we have the trucks, we have the gas savers. We're here till 7 o'clock every day. Poppy, Big Mo, Tally, and we're here for you.
Welcome back into your WEAC TV 24 Game of the Week presented by Sonny King Ford. It's a tight one here in Anniston, Alabama. The Walter Wellborn Panthers and the Dadeville Tigers. 7-6. Dadeville has got the lead, but Walter Wellborn has drove the field here in the third quarter after a big fumble. And now it's first down and 10. It's going to be a handoff to Omarion Curry, who's going right up the gut. Omarion Curry's got some space. He might go all the way, and he's going to be stopped at the 1 yard line. The ball's on the ground, and it looks like it's going to be very close. It looks like he was down. What a turn of events that would have been.
Big break for Wellborn. Luckily, the ground forced that fumble right there, I do believe. Big burst of a run right there by Curry. Did an excellent job of finding his hole.
That's a very close play there. That was very close, as it looked like the ball was, I believe his elbow hit the ground first.
I believe he was considered down before that ball came out.
That would have been tragic for Walter Wellborn. As it's going to be a sideline warning on Dadeville. So sidelines are getting into it. The ball's on the 2 yard line. Walter Wellborn with another big run by Omarion Curry, who's had a very big second half and played a very big first half too. As right now, he's the player of the game if I had to look at one, because he's played very good for Walter Wellborn tonight. So Grayson Johnson going to line up in the T. He's going to have Xavier Parker and Omarion Curry, and that's going to be a false start on Wellborn.
Wellborn, as I mentioned before, has done a real good job of moving this ball down the field for this drive, and I believe with all the time they've taken off, they have tired out this Dadeville defense, and I believe that has helped them have so much success on this drive. This is what they've been waiting for all night, to be able to tire down that Dadeville defense, to be able to get the ball moving and get down to pay dirt.
So it's going to be first down and 7 now after the penalty. Ball is on the 7 yard line. See what Coach Jeff Smith's got up his sleeve here for Walter Wellborn. He's got Omarion Curry and Xavier Parker in the backfield. Grayson Johnson, he's going to hand it off to Xavier Parker, who's going to shoot back inside. He's still standing on his feet. This is going to be very close, and it looks to be a touchdown for Wellborn. Presented by Sonny King Ford. Xavier Parker gets in the end zone. It's 12-7. Wellborn's taking the lead.
Excellent run right there by Parker. The offensive line stepped up when they needed him to, down at the goal line. Parker did a real good job of fighting for yards, reaching across the goal line. And like you said, Wellborn is up 12-7. This is just what they needed here late in this ball game. So far, they have played excellent football.
Excellent football indeed. And Walter Wellborn's going to go for 2. It's going to be a give to Omarion Curry, and it looks to be good. So Walter Wellborn makes it 14-7 here with 11 minutes and 6 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. And if you're Dadeville, it's crunch time.
Indeed it is. This is a drive that Dadeville needs to do an excellent job of just executing on offense, moving the ball down the field. Because if Wellborn gets this ball back, they might not can run out all the time, but they're going to do as much as they can to run out as much time as they can to leave Dadeville with as little time left on the clock.
We've seen Jeff Smith run out pretty much the whole second quarter to get the 6 points he had in the first half, and there's a possibility he could run out this fourth quarter if he gets that football again. So, but Dadeville does have 11 minutes to take their time, go down the field, put some points on the board, possibly tie this ball game up here in the fourth quarter. So big drive there for Walter Wellborn, capped off by an Xavier Parker touchdown. Got down there by an Omaria Curry big run, and that leaves Walter Wellborn with a 14-7 lead over the Dadeville Tigers here in the fourth quarter. So Grayson Johnson's going to kick this football away for Walter Wellborn. Here, Johnson's got his troops lined up, and we're fixing to kick this ball away. So Grayson Johnson's going to kick it, and it's going to be a little line drive kick, and Dadeville will fair catch it. And the fair catch on the play looked to be by Jordan Rambo, the quarterback.
Dadeville has done a good job all night of having some type of consistency on offense. And in the first half, they did a real good job at just wearing out this Wellborn defense to have the success they had on offense. And if they want to be able to get back into scoring range, they're going to have to do that this drive. They're going to have to find plays to wear down Wellborn and get that defense tired.
They're going to have to get the defense tired because they've been on the sidelines for a long time. So Rambo's going to hand it off to Daquan Doss, as Doss is going to go back up the middle of the field. He's going to dive forward for a big gain. What a run there by Daquan Doss.
Great run indeed to fight for that extra yardage. Plays like that, making people miss, bouncing it back into the middle is what Dadeville has been doing all night long. They can just keep that going. They should have a great shot at wearing out this defense.
So Jordan Rambo going to be underneath center. Looks to have Doss in the backfield again. Single back set. Rambo, he's going to pitch it off to Doss. Doss is trying to bounce this outside. Daquan Doss with another big run. That's going to move the chains for another Miller Funeral Home first down.
Here's Dadeville moving the ball just like they have been all game long, doing an excellent job of going back to those outside runs, really attacking Wellborn, forcing them to move from sideline to sideline. And as you've seen before, Dawson, that right there can really take a toll on a defense. Dadeville, does an excellent job at running their offense like that. They're looking good right now.
So here we go, Rambo. He's going to hand it off. Looks to be number 23, Brandez Eason, with a very big run. And I believe that's going to move the chains again for another Miller Funeral Home first down.
Big run indeed. Dadeville's doing an excellent job of getting things going. Wellborn's going to have to step up right here if they want to try to slow down this Dadeville offense on this drive.
Will indeed be another first down for Dadeville. So Jordan Rambo getting his plays in from the sidelines. What does Coach McDonald have up his sleeve? 9 minutes and 44 seconds to go in this ball game. Dadeville down by a touchdown, looking to score. Rambo underneath center. He's going to hand it off to his fullback. That is number 5, Trajavion Burns, with a solid run on first down.
Excellent run indeed, taking their time, just like they have done all game long. You know, and I think their goal here is just to try to take off as much time as they can on the clock and score to hopefully put the pressure on Wellborn and not allow them much time to do anything after their drive.
You are indeed correct. I wouldn't want to give that ball back to that offense right now as they were hot. Jordan Rambo, he's going to pitch it out. Looks to be Brandez Eason again, who is going to be met and stuck. What a play there by number 75, Andrew Salter, for Walter Wellborn.
And Salter did a great job of just blowing that play up, not letting Dadeville go anywhere.
Big third down here for Dadeville. These are must-have third downs at this point in the ball game. Looks to be 3rd down and 6 from the 41-yard line. Jordan Rambo. Let's see what he's got here. More than likely expecting a pass here, but I wouldn't be surprised if Daquan Doss may get this football. And he's lined up at fullback. So here we go. And it's going to be End-around play to Phil Stavius-Dowdle, who's going to bounce it back up the field. Phil Stavius-Dowdle's got space, and he's got enough for a Miller Funeral Home first down. What a play.
Great play by Dowell, indeed. Ran to the right side. Didn't have anything over there. Was able to bounce it back to the left side. Great heads-up play to get the first down. Great way to stay alive.
Phil Stavius-Dowdle with a great run there to stay in bounds there when he got close to the sidelines for a first down. So that's going to give Dadeville a fresh set of downs here. First down and 10 on the 32-yard line. As Jordan Rambo going to line up under center. Brandes Eason in the backfield. He's going to fake the handoff to Eason. And Rambo's going to look to run it. He's taking it up the field himself, and he's got a lot of space. Rambo is still going. He's still being pushed in a big play to set up a Miller Funeral Home first down.
That right there was a great run by Rambo. I think that Wellborn defense thought that he was just going to roll to that right side and maybe air it out deep, but he made the smart call of tucking that ball in, taking it downfield, did a real great job of picking up a good chunk of yardage.
Great run there by Jordan Rambo to set them up first down and goal from the 5-yard line. Rambo, he's under center. He's going to put a man in motion. Rambo, he's going to hand it off, and it's going to Brandes Eason, who's going up the gut, and he is going to be stopped short of that goal line. It's going to be first down and very short for Dadeville. Or second down and very short for Dadeville.
And Wellborn did a real good job of just being able to stop him right there before entering the goal line. Did a real great job of just not letting him get any extra yardage. They're going to have to make a stand right here to keep Dadeville from scoring.
Second down and 3 from the 3-yard line. Rambo's got Doss behind him. And it's going to be a handoff to Brandes Eason, who is very close. And he stopped short again.
That Wellborn defense playing some of the best defense they've played all night, backed up to their own goal line. Doing an excellent job of just stopping this Dadeville offense and not letting them be able to punch it in.
Third down and 2. This Walter Wellborn defense trying to hold off here on third down, and the ball is almost on their goal line. And it's going to keep the same backfield except for number 5 to Javian Burns is in the game. It's going to be a handoff to Burns, and Burns is going to walk into the end zone. That's a touchdown, Tigers. Presented by Sonny King Ford to Javian Burns gets in the end zone.
Excellent run right there by Burns. That Dadeville offensive line just did a real good job of opening up a hole right there on the left side of that line to get Burns into the end zone. Exactly what Dadeville needed on this drive.
Very crucial PAT here for Dadeville as Wardellis Cox Jr. will line up for the PAT, and we're going to have to stop it real quick. It's going to be an offsides on Walter Wellborn. So that's going to move them closer to that goal line. So this should be an easier PAT for Cox. Yeah, I wouldn't have been surprised if Dadeville would have went for it there after the penalty, but this is a crucial PAT that's got to be kicked.
Definitely.
And it looks like they're going to talk it over on the sidelines. So we could see Coach McDonald. Get a little wild here. He might try to go for this and have faith in his defense.
With 6 minutes and 27 seconds left, it is definitely a decision that I would not take off the table, especially getting a couple extra free yards on that offsides penalty right there on Wellborn. I'm interested to see if he goes for it to try to take the lead in this ball game or not.
Definitely worth talking it over, I would say, because, I mean, you think you get the 2-point conversion, makes this game 15-14. Wellborn's going to have to go down the field and score a touchdown. I don't believe Walter Wellborn's going to have the kicker. I don't even know who their kicker is, to be honest. I think Gay was just the PAT kicker. So a deep field goal opportunity might be off the table. So we're going to see what Dadeville has got in store here on this PAT opportunity, 2-point conversion opportunity. And what will Jeff Smith dial up if they go for 2? So we're going to see. The crowd is getting into it, and indeed the offense heads back out onto the field. Jordan Rambo going for 2 to take the lead. Here we go. Rambo, he's going to hand it off, and it's going to be good. To Javion Burns, gets into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. And Dadeville has taken the lead 15-14. Let's watch this again. Davian Burns is untouched when he goes to the outside.
Right there was a excellent play call by Dadeville. Taking advantage of that offsides call against Wellborn. You know, we've seen Dadeville make a gutsy call already in this game on a 4th and 13 that they managed to convert. Making another gutsy call. Getting the 2-point conversion. That right there was a big play by Dadeville, and it really puts the pressure on Wellborn to be able to get something going with 6:27 left in this ball game.
Gutsy indeed. Very bold move there by Coach McDonald, but that showed you how much faith this guy has in his offense as we are going to get ready for Dadeville to kick this ball away to Walter Wellborn, and this means Jeff Smith's offense has got a little bit of time, but they're going to be in a hurry come late in this ball game.
In a hurry indeed.
So Ahmed Noyle is back deep for Walter Wellborn. Looks to be Elmarion Curry back there as well, as Wardellis Cox Jr. will kick this ball away for Dadeville in just a few moments. So Cox's kick is going to be a deep one, very deep kick. And that ball is going to go out of bounds. And that will make Wellborn get the ball at about the 30-yard line.
And this right here is a big drive for Wellborn. They've got to get something going on this drive because this could potentially be the last drive Wellborn gets the ball. If they give this ball back to Dadeville with any time left on the clock, you can only imagine that Dadeville's going to try everything they can to run out as much time as they can.
As much time as they can, indeed. Grayson Johnson lining up under center. He's going to hand it off to Elmarion Curry, who's going to go right up the gut, and he's going to be stopped right at about the line of scrimmage.
Excellent play by Dadeville right there. Wellborn trying to stick to their bread and butter, just couldn't get it going anywhere right there. And the time's a-ticking.
The time is ticking indeed, and I'm wondering how this Wellborn offense is going to do if they cannot get down the field and start having to throw the football. You know they're a run team. We'll see right here. Grayson Johnson going to keep it himself, and he's going to be met hard right at the line of scrimmage as well. Look to be number 15, Jace Kirkland on the tackle.
And it would definitely not hurt Wellborn to maybe try to air it out. If you look on that play right there, Dadeville is anticipating the run. I think if Wellborn can get some type of pass together, I think they might can catch Dadeville on their heels.
So Grayson Johnson, it's a 3rd down and 6 on the 39-yard line. 5 minutes and about 20 seconds to go here in the 4th quarter. So Grayson Johnson's got Xavier Parker in the backfield. Knows Elmarion Curry. Grayson Johnson going to look to throw. He throws a bullet across the middle of the field, and it is caught. What a catch there for Walter Wellborn. Brennan Talley has been the best receiver for Walter Wellborn tonight. Caught 4 passes, if I'm not mistaken, and that one's going to go enough for a Miller Funeral Home 1st down.
And that right there was an excellent throw right there by Johnson. Did a real great job of moving up in the pocket and being able to throw it to Talley to get that 1st down. That right there is exactly the play they needed to keep them alive on this drive.
Keep them alive. 4 minutes and 50 seconds. Grayson Johnson, he's at about the 48-yard line, midfield. Ahmed Noyle bounces out a little bit as Grayson Johnson. He's going to hand it to Xavier Parker. Xavier Parker is met, and he went nowhere. Looked to be number 10, Avante Wilson on the tackle.
This Dadeville defense is doing an excellent job like they have for most of the night. Not letting this run game get anywhere. And I think they're going to try to force this Wellborn offense to beat them with the passing game.
I believe you're right. I believe you are 100% correct on that call, Tyler, as it's going to be a handoff to a Marion Curry who's going to go right up the gut, and that's going to bring them to another third down and manageable for this Wellborn offense.
Third down indeed. They have done good the last 2 offensive drives of being able to convert on third down. Let's see if they can manage to convert this one as well with just under 4 minutes left. I would have to think this is definitely 4-down territory for Wellborn.
It is 100% 4-down territory as the clock is now ticking underneath 3 minutes and 40 seconds. As it's third down and 6, manageable on the 45-yard line. Grayson Johnson, he's going to keep it himself. He's looking to pass. Johnson, he's looking deep. He throws it down the field, and the ball's in the air, and there is no way Ahmad Noel catches that football.
No way indeed. That was a excellent pass. Doyle was just too far ahead of the ball to be able to come back and make a play. Great coverage by the defense. 4th down and 6. One of the biggest calls in this game. What do you do?
What do I do? I don't know because I am not the coach. This is a call that is way beyond me. Jeff Smith's going to take a timeout. Going to talk it over with his offense here. 4th down and 6. This is, I don't want to say this is going to be the ball game, but it's going to be very, very close to being the ball game because if Dadeville gets this football back, Wellborn only has 2 timeouts. They're going to have a 3-and-out and hope Dadeville doesn't go for it on 4th down and gets it, because if they do go for it and get it, it's over.
Indeed, and if Wellborn does manage to not get the conversion and get the ball back from Dadeville, they're going to have some type of sense of urgency because we have not seen that from Wellborn so far tonight. They've just been conservative, chewing clock. It's going to be tough to get the ball back if they cannot convert here. So let's see if Coach Smith has a special play dialed up to be able to get them the 6 yards that they need.
Coach Jeff Smith's been coaching for a long time here. I'm sure he's got that one play up his sleeve that could get them this first down here with 3 minutes and 23 seconds to go here in this ball game. Very big play. 3A Region 4 never fails to disappoint. And it's going to come down to possibly this play right here. So here we go. Head coach Jeff Smith looking to knock off Dadeville. Here he goes. Grayson Johnson. He's looking to pass. He's under pressure. Screen pass, and it's intercepted. Daquan Doss is going down the sidelines. Daquan Doss is going to take this all the way. Touchdown, Dadeville. Presented by Sonny King Ford, and Dadeville might have just sealed it.
That play right there would definitely possibly be the dagger for Wellborn. Did a real excellent job of pressuring Johnson. Just kind of lofted it up there. Dadeville did an excellent job of having great ball awareness to come down with that ball and take it for a touchdown. Just a heartbreaking way to end out that drive for Wellborn.
You know, I said he might have ended this game, but there's still 3 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock. I did not realize that after that quick touchdown. So 21-14, Dadeville could miss this, and it could still be a touchdown game. So I believe they're just going to take the PAT off opportunity. Wardellis Cox will kick the PAT, and the kick is up, and it is good, 22-14. So now that puts the pressure back on Wellborn.
Pressure indeed. Wellborn's going to have to find something to get things going together and keep it away from that man right there, Doss. 3 minutes is still a lot of time left in this ball game. Wellborn's just going to have to get something going and have a little more sense of urgency right here on this drive.
And you were 100% correct, Tyler. This Dadeville defense was just they keyed in on the run that drive. And they was not going to let Walter Wellborn get any yards on the run. And now, force them to pass, interception, Daquan Doss, big pick 6. And Dadeville's got a 22-14 lead as Xavier Parker is back deep with Ahmed Noyle back there as well for Walter Wellborn. So Actually, that is number 25, Jabari Williams, back there with Xavier Parker, as Wardellis Cox will be kicking this football away for Dadeville. 3 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the ball game. Not fourth down and 3. They're on the kickoff. So Wardellis Cox going to kick this ball deep, and a very good kick as long as it stays in bounds. And Wellborn's going to get on the ball, and that is Ahmed Noyle. He's got the football. What a play as Ahmed Noyle picks up the ball, as now Walter Wellborn will have to set up shop. They're going to have to go down the field and score in a hurry.
Indeed they will. This right here is probably going to be one of the biggest drives for Wellborn. Indeed. They're going to have to march roughly 80 yards downfield to be able to cash in for pay dirt. Let's see if Coach Smith can get something dialed up for them to do so.
Cash in, they're going to have to, and they're going to have to actually cash in twice because they're going to need a 2-point conversion. So we'll see what Coach Smith has dialed up. 3 minutes and 2 seconds. They've got 2 timeouts, so they can run a few plays here. As Grayson Johnson's going to keep it himself. He's going to bounce this to the outside. Grayson Johnson lowers his shoulder and looks to be 2 men down on the field. Johnson is back on his feet as Daquan Dawson gets back on his feet. As it's going to be 2nd down and 5.
Johnson, you don't see many quarterbacks like him. We've said it all game. Lowering his shoulder just shows so much determination. He wants to try to win this ball game as much as he can. And he might just have to put this team on his back to be able to do so.
And it's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct on Dadeville. So that's going to be free yards for Wellborn, and that is exactly what they needed, and that is not what Dadeville needed, as now Wellborn's got the ball on the 40-yard line. So here we go. Grayson Johnson with O'Marion Curry in the backfield. As Johnson's going to roll. He's going to look to pass. Throws a strike over the middle, and it is almost intercepted again. That was by number 23, Brandes Eason, who almost picked that ball off.
And Johnson is very lucky. Johnson did a great job of moving up in that pocket to allow him more time. Just had the ball a tad bit behind his receiver. Very lucky that that ball was not picked off.
Very lucky indeed, as it's going to set up 2nd down and 10. Grayson Johnson's got a Marion Curry and Xavier Parker in the backfield. Grayson Johnson, he's going to hand it off to Marion Curry, and that play is going nowhere. The run has not worked here since Wellborn's had this football trailing in the 4th quarter, and it's going to be up of another 4th down.
The run has not worked indeed, and that is Dadeville's plan. They are going to take out the run as much as they can for Wellborn and force them to be able to throw this football.
And it looks like they're going to have to throw it here, as it is actually 3rd down and 9. Forgot about the penalty, as Grayson Johnson's going to keep it himself. Grayson Johnson's got some speed, and he's going up the gut, very close to a 1st down. So now it will set up 4th down and about 3. But the penalty kept the 1st down, so it will be now 4th down. So this is the play of the night for Walter Wellborn. 4th down and 3 on the 41.
That it is. 4th down and 3 is definitely a lot more manageable. You know, you're still seeing Wellborn just taking their time, which surprises me. I figured they might have a little bit more sense of urgency, you know, but I guess Coach Smith wants to make sure he's got the right play dialed up for this 4th down.
Right play dialed up indeed, and this is going to have to be at 1 minute and 17 seconds to go. 4th down and 3. Grayson Johnson, he's going to roll out. He's looking across the field. He's got pressure. Grayson Johnson's going down. As Dadeville with the sack, Jace Kirkland drags down Grayson Johnson, and that's going to give the ball back to Dadeville, and this game might just be over with.
That right there was excellent defense right there by Dadeville, just getting pressure on Johnson, making him move out that pocket to be able to sack him. Tough break for Wellborn. They've played a heck of a ball game all night long, and you hate to see them end the night like this.
Hate to see it indeed, as there's 1 minute and 7 seconds to go. Dadeville going to more than likely run this game down, as looks to be a stoppage on the field, a timeout of some sort. And Dadeville's going to talk about it. And Tyler, let's take something from this game here. If you're Walter Wellborn, what do you look at in this game?
I look at their offense has done a real good job overall throughout the game. You definitely got a couple things you want to work with to try to get that going, I would say, would be the main topic. Their defense has had flashes. I feel like they've played a good game overall, but their main thing they need to worry about on defense is getting off the field on third down. That has been their biggest enemy tonight.
Biggest enemy indeed, and I'll agree. And I'm going to go with some flashes here of Dadeville, as they've looked very good all night on offense and defense. And when they figured it out and made Wellborn start passing, that is when they really singled in as an offensive unit and a defensive unit as well. As Jordan Rambo going to line up under center, Daquan Doss is going to be your fullback. As Rambo, he's going to hand it off to Brandes Eason. Brandes Eason bounces this outside, and actually that was to Javion Burns, who bounces that outside. Going to bring up second down. As looks to be a timeout by Wellborn.
Timeout indeed. I think they have one more left, Close, short, second down, I do believe it is. Maybe Wellborn can get a couple more stops, stop the clock one more time, and force potentially a 3 and out and get the ball back with a little bit of time and make something work. I just don't know if it'll be able to happen for them.
Going to be a very short second down, as Jeff Smith's probably preaching to his guys right here. I mean, if you look at it, you get the third down stop. You call your last timeout. Be fourth down. I believe they will have to punt it, but will your offense have enough time to get down the field and score? I mean, it'll take flipbacks and a Hail Mary, a miracle, to get down to that end zone. It's not off the board. You can't say it's off the board because I've seen it happen. So, second down. Ball's on the 32-yard line. Rambo under center. He's going to hand it off, and it's going to go right up the middle again. It looks to be to Javion Burns, and that's going to set up a first down. That'll be a Miller Funeral Home first down, and that's going to seal it pretty much for Dadeville.
That it is. Both teams have played a heck of a ball game tonight. Done a real excellent job. Dadeville just did what they had to do to be able to come out on top in this one.
And the clock is now ticking as Dadeville's going to take their time. And this win here, unless, like I said, a miracle happens, is going to put them at 3-0 in region play. Wellborn will fall to 1-1, as it looks to be the quarterback's favorite play. And I believe there's going to be a timeout called by Wellborn. So Coach Smith going to burn that last timeout. Or actually, Dadeville called the timeout, as he's going to burn that last timeout with 31.3 seconds to go here in this ballgame.
And you've got to give it to Wellborn. They've done an excellent job all night long of being able to hang in with this Dadeville team that has just looked explosive all night long. Dadeville and Wellborn both have a few things to work on. If I'm Wellborn, I don't let this hold me down. Move on to next week. Both teams looked really, really well, and I think both teams is going to have a lot of success throughout the season.
A lot of success indeed, as it's going to be the quarterback's favorite play call here, and it's going to be the quarterback kneel for Jordan Rambo. And he's going to drop back, take his knee, and a little scuffling going on the field here as the clock is ticking down, and it looks like this game right here is about as good as over. and a lot of commotion going down on the field. What is going on here? Looks like Jeff Smith called his last timeout. So we got another timeout on the field with 14.3 seconds to go, 2nd down and 10. Jeff Smith calling that last timeout. Well, you can't take them home with you, so you might as well use them. So
might as well. You definitely don't want to have them hanging out in your back pocket.
So I believe we all know this is going to be another quarterback kneel. 20 seconds left to go. No more timeouts for either side. And like I said, this is going to set it up to where Dadeville is 3-0 in region play, Wellborn 1-1. Wellborn's record is going to fall to 2-2. Dadeville will be 4-0 heading into next week, which where if I'm not mistaken, Dadeville's got Talladega next week. Should be a fun matchup for Talladega and Dadeville. So here we go. Dadeville going to line up here. Going to take the quarterback once again. His favorite play call. The quarterback kneel. Jordan Rambo played a great game tonight, didn't he?
That he did. He had a phenomenal night. Just did everything he needed to do to execute his offense right.
As getting ready here, and no, my mistake. Dadeville has got to play Notasulga next week in a non-region game, and Walter Wellborn will be playing Talladega. So Dadeville's going to walk out of this game with a 22-14 victory over the Walter Wellborn Panthers. Going to move to 4-0 on the season, 2-0 in the region, and head coach Jeff Smith is going to fall to 2-2, and he is going to be 1-1 in the region. And we will be right back. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with a wrap-up here with your WEAC TV24 Game of the Week presented by Sonny King Ford.
Hello, I'm Taylor Sloan with the City of Oxford, with a word about one of our city's most precious resources, water. Clean water enriches our lives in so many ways, but we cannot afford to take it for granted. Remember, every time you pour something unnatural down the drain or in the environment, and every time you litter, our beautiful lakes and creeks suffer. Our city is beautiful. Let's all join together to keep it that way. Stop pollution where it starts, and help protect our waters for life.
Your grandmother's fine china, those trendy sneakers, your collection of hand-carved duck decoys. Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Check out your local auto owner's insurance at the Parnell Insurance Agency at 400 Snow Street, Oxford, Alabama.
Oh, now you do your job.
The Hill in Anniston, Alabama was site of a very great ball game tonight in Wellborn, Alabama, as the Walter Wellborn Panthers fall to the Dadeville Tigers 22-14. Tyler, what'd you think of the game, and how'd you like it?
Excellent ball game by both teams. Both teams played a heck of a game, had flashes on offense and defense, big plays. Dadeville just managed to do everything they needed to do to get the win over Wellborn. I think both these teams will have a very successful season ahead of them.
Very successful season indeed. And thank you all for watching the WEAC TV24 Game of the Week presented by Sonny King Ford. Thank you all for watching. Y'all have a blessed night. We'll see you later. Thank you.
Serving East Alabama for over 20 years, Samco is your local convenient, clean, and friendly gas station. Fill up your tank with gas, diesel, or your favorite snacks and drinks. Samco has 48 locations to serve you in Calhoun, Etowah, Marshall, Talladega, and Cleburne counties. Samco is a proud community leader in giving back to help support local schools in East Alabama. For your convenient, clean, and friendly gas station needs, it's Samco.
Chase! Chase! Chase!
Are you okay in here, John?
Chase, What is that? Their data was there.
It's okay, buddy. I know how to save your data. Save Your Data is an easy, no-hassle solution that will give you peace of mind knowing your critical data is safe, protected, and recoverable. Call today and let Save Your Data save you.
Save your data? Save my life?
Scams involving mobile payment apps are 3 to 4 times higher than traditional payment methods. So what can you do to protect yourself? First, only download apps you trust. Make sure you have a passcode to get into your phone. Fingerprint or facial recognition is even better. Also, don't send payments using public Wi-Fi, and always use a credit card and not a debit card for mobile app payments, as credit cards have better fraud protection than debit cards. I'm Nancy Alvarez reporting.
AARP survey, more than half of people who use mobile payment apps falsely